High school football in Arkansas is broken into three different parts of your schedule. You got your non-conference schedule, your conference schedule, and then everything leads to the postseason, that part of your schedule that we find out about later on in the year. Well, tonight ends the non-conference portion of the Wampus Cats season as they take on Marion, a new opponent for the Wampus Cats, not a new opponent for Coach Buck James. His Bryant teams played Marion on a few occasions in the non-conference when he was in Saline County, but a new opponent for Conway. As far as I know, we've never played them. I know we haven't played in the last quarter century or so. And so tonight should be a good one. They are coming off of a very big win over Harding Academy last week, a Harding Academy team that won the 4A state championship. And we're coming off a win over Bentonville, a team that played for the 7A state championship a year ago. So two hot teams coming in to the end of the non-conference season for both before conference season begins in 2 weeks. When we come back on the Conway Regional Health System pregame show, we're joined by Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. They are the voices of the Wampus Cats, and we'll have our weekly roundtable discussion with them next on Conway Corp.
My name is Dr. Austin Cole. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine. So what motivated me to return to Conway is that I grew up here. I actually played football here at Conway High, and I do have family in medicine. That was a lot of my impetus to become an orthopedic surgeon and in sports medicine. I always had in my mind that I wanted to bring what I learned and that expertise back to this area and then just care for the city that I love so much. All these providers at Conway Regional Health System are in it for the right reasons. They genuinely care about patient health, and so I don't think you can get that in many other places.
The Conway Regional Health System pregame show continues now with our weekly roundtable discussion. I'm joined by Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. They are the voices of the Wampus Cats, and they were in the press box at John McConnell Stadium a week ago for a most impressive victory over a team that's really good and a team that's probably going to be there deep into November. Conway over Bentonville last week in an impressive fashion, Levi.
It was impressive. I mean, it was as dominating as we've seen ever against Bentonville. I mean, usually when we play, in the past, they were dominating us. In the last, 6 or 7 years, it's been really close back and forth type games. So yeah, it was a little strange seeing it. I did not hate it, but it felt a little weird. And I think really when I look at this offense and what they're doing, I mean, averaging almost, I think, a little over 50 points a game, over 500 yards of offense in the first two games. But it's really the ground game. We talked about that last week. It's the ground game that has come along and kind of caught up and been more of a good partner with the passing game. And it's just made everything run so much better. Even with, we're missing two really dynamic wide receivers from a year ago, and that has not mattered at all. I mean, in all the starters we had to replace on offense, it just hasn't played out like we quite thought it was offensively. It's all clicked so much faster, and I really think it's because of that ground game. I was looking at Trey Harris's number through the first two games, and he has almost more yards in the first two games this year than the whole rushing attack from last year's team had through the first two games. So I think that tells you a lot about where this offense is right now.
And I will tell you, too, that you talked about a dominant performance. One of the things that stood out to me is the imposing nature of our team compared to Bentonville. We've never seen, and at least in my history, a time where you'd walk out on the field and go, the Conway team looks bigger, faster, stronger than Bentonville. And I think we're going to see a lot of that for almost everybody we play. That's because after a year and a half of Buck James' weight program, which he said immediately, that's something we have to put in. You can see the difference. We were blowing guys off the ball on both sides of the ball. When we tackled, it was an immediate tackle. We just looked different than Conway teams have passed. And we've had some really good teams here, and it's some really good coaches. But this is the strongest, most dominant looking team that I've seen in recent history. They are an impressive bunch on the field.
For most people, I think when they watch a football game, unless they are just a dyed-in-the-wool football strategic fan, or you've got a friend or a child on the line, you tend to watch the ball. For tonight's game, watch the line. Watch the line of scrimmage on both sides, not only for the job that our guys are doing, but also for a guy that's going to be wearing the Marion colors tonight. Let's talk about this LSU commit.
Oh, man, Carius Kern, he's a big dude. And, it's been hard to find some film on them from this year. We were able to watch the win game. And what I noticed, and you're right, Jeff, I was like not even watching where the ball was going. I was just watching him because, and I tell you what, a lot of times he got out of the frame of the shot because he was taking his guy and just pushing him about 15 yards downfield out of the shot. You just couldn't even see him anymore. It's impressive. I mean, he appears to be everything that people are saying he is. And what I love about that is man, our defensive line, they're going to have a real test tonight. And I feel like they're all probably going to get a shot at it. And that's exciting because it's like, hey, strength meets strength. Let's see what we're doing. Let's see how good you guys have gotten over the last year of strength development. We're really going to find that out when whoever lines up on that side.
Yeah, see my previous comments for notes there. We get a chance to go up against a very imposing individual, and he not only does he run block well, he pass blocks well as well. And they've got a fantastic runner, Jalen Smith, two-time. He's a senior this year. He's already a two-time All-State running back. He can really fly, and if he gets in space, and a lot of times they do, they run off his backside. And so we're going to have to, just like we did last week with Ficklin, we're going to have to contain the outside edge. He'll look to bounce for daylight, and a lot of it's going to go around that guy right there.
Now, will we see him on the defensive side of the ball, or is he going to be primarily play on offense?
I haven't seen him, Levi. He probably will if they have some injuries or something steps in the way. But I'm going to tell you this: I'd put him out there. I wouldn't take him off the field.
So let's talk about Marion, just kind of the 30,000-foot view, since it's a new opponent for all of us. I've been doing this is my 24th season to be around, and I don't remember Marion ever being on the schedule. And maybe old timers know it better than me, but have we played them before? What do we know about the history?
Yeah, we talked to a couple guys this week, of course. David, I'm blanking on his last name. I don't know why.
David Grimes.
Grimes, yeah. We talked to David, and he's like, "Let me look just real quick. I'll be right back with you." And about 5 minutes later, he came back. He's like, "I don't think we've ever played him." And I was like, "I don't think we ever have either." Yeah. So I mean, it feels like history tonight, which is exciting. And I think about just for them, they're one of the top 5 programs in 6A. They've been on the ascent, and they found some success with this coach they've had. I think it's like his 3rd or 4th year there, and I think it's really exciting. I try to think from their perspective, like what this is for them. This is coming to one of the top programs in the state and getting a lot of eyes on your team. And so it's got to be an exciting time for them. And if I'm being honest, I feel like physically and in terms of speed might be a little bit more of a test for us this week than even what we saw a week ago, which feels kind of weird to say, but I think it might be true.
I 100% agree with that. What you'll see from them on both sides of the ball are big athletes, and they are fast. They will fly to the ball. That's why I'm hoping that on offense we can do some misdirection and get that speed out of the way. But they're going to be flying to the ball, and they're going to make tackles. They're very athletic. Going
to be a fun night. We're excited and to be bringing it to folks. Of course, kickoff less than 30 minutes away. I don't know if he'll kick off or not, but I know that he at least in less than 30 minutes, but he will at some point tonight. Major Mahar, he is in the senior spotlight. And he will join you guys next when the Conway Regional Health System pregame show continues on Conway Corp.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than just exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
The Conway Regional Health System pregame show continues here on Conway Corp, and joining us now for the senior spotlight, we're moving over to special teams. It's senior kicker Major Mahar. And Major, I'm sure you know how we like to start these things off, talking about your football journey. Where did it all start in Conway, and how did it all lead up to today?
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I've been in Conway my whole life. Started off at Woodrow, and then I didn't really start playing football till 7th grade because my parents wouldn't let me play tackle. So I started off in 7th grade at receiver. 8th grade, I went to receiver. 9th grade, I started kicking a little bit. And then, I still played receiver. And then 10th grade, I came up and I didn't really want to kick anymore. So then I played receiver again in 10th grade. And then in 10th grade, one of the kickers got hurt. Another one, he wasn't really a kicker. He was a receiver and a kicker. He got, I think he got suspended. So they needed somebody to kick JV. So then I was like, well, I can. So I tried it out. And then at the end of the year, Coach Rob, the old receiver coach, told me that I should probably keep doing it like that. So, that's what I've been doing ever since.
So you learned to kick or started kicking out of necessity. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
So for kicking, what do you do? I know how everybody else works in terms of improving their skill sets, in terms of the skill positions, wide receivers, linemen, what have you. What do you do during the off season to get better prepared for the kicking side of the game during the regular season?
Well, during the off season, we just got Coach Jordan. He's been working out with us a lot, he loves the kickers, loves them. We always laugh all the time. We talk all the time. And we lift with him in the off season. Then we do everything really on our own. Coach Howard came out because, he was a special teams coordinator at UCA for a very long time. So he's taught me and Will a lot of things, a lot of new things. He's gotten us a lot better. And then
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, yeah, you can see that. You can see the improvement this year. Yeah, please continue.
Yes, sir. Well, me and my dad, we work on our own outside of football. I go to camps and stuff. And then Coach Ryan at Elite, I worked with him a little bit. And then he's kind of got me better.
That's awesome. Well, Major, it's been a pretty common stereotype around football that the kickers can be a little quirky, a little different, a little different from the other guys, but not saying that's the case for you. But I would imagine preparing for a game as a kicker is just a little bit different mentally. So how do you prepare each week for your opponent?
So me and Will Upton, we go off by ourselves. Me and him, we just sit there. We talk a little bit about the game. We talk a little bit about how our days have gone and stuff. Then we just put headphones on, listen to music, start getting locked in. Then about like 5:20, y'all probably seen us out there. We go out there and start kicking a little bit. And then we go, I think it's 5:50. We head out there and start warming up with the team.
So Major, I don't want to push you into your graduation, but this is your senior year, and it'll come eventually. It's going to get here before you know it. What's up for Major after high school?
Well, I don't really know yet. I hope I can still keep playing football, but if I don't, I don't. If I don't play football anymore, I'll probably go to UCA. I really want to go to U of A, but if UCA is right here at home, so I think I'll probably be heading up to UCA.
Hey, go Bears. You got a former UCA alum right here, and you got someone who currently works at UCA, and Mr. Tim. So
welcome.
Hey, no problem going to UCA. Go Bears. But he's senior kicker Major Mahar, and he and his Wampus Cat teammates taking on a top 5 team from the 6A tonight here on Conway Corp. And Major, thanks for joining us, and do your best tonight.
Thank you.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider that's deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family take care of yours.
Conway Regional Health System pregame show continues. Join us now, Wampus Cat head coach Buck James. And Coach, congrats on what was a pretty dominant win for your Wampus Cats over a top 5 team in the 7A last week over Bentonville. What stood out to you in the win?
Well, I thought we played a lot cleaner. I thought we played hard. I thought defensively we did some things that we talked about in last week's show where we were able to make some one-on-one tackles. We were able to defeat some double-team blocks, and we won a lot of our single blocks. And, I thought we played well on both ends of the ball on defense. And, offensively, we were hit on all cylinders. I thought we threw to a lot of receivers. Our running backs ran well. And I thought our offensive line, sort of owned the line of scrimmage. And that was some of the keys of the game that we thought it should be last week. And I'm really proud of the way our kids went out and competed and played. And, I think if we can improve off of this each week, we got a chance to have a pretty good football team.
Coach, we talked before the season about kind of where things stood with both offense and defense. And at the time, because of the number of starters you lost on offense, you lost 10 starters on offense and you only had to lose 2 on defense. that the offense was behind the defense, and that makes sense. But since that time, since we've actually hit games, your offense is putting up over 50 points a ball game, and it looks like they're closing the gap pretty quickly. And that's against some really good competition in Jonesboro and Bentonville. What's been the key for that rapid growth into this part of the season with your offense?
I want to give our coaches a lot of credit. I think our coaches have done a great job of trying to teach them the game. I think since we started fall camp, I thought offensively we've improved greatly, and I talked about that as how much we improved till we got to the first game. And, I think we've improved a lot to the second game. And, it's still going to be some struggles, I'm sure, but our kids have bought in. I think our offensive line is playing extremely well. We're able to run the football. And, I think that's going to be the secret to the sauce, to be honest with you. We've got to be able to run the football. If we can run the football, then we can put people with our quarterback's arm strength and what they're able to do. I think that we can win some matchups if people load the box up on us, and we can continue to be, making the field 50 yards wide and 50 yards deep. And, I really think that the key to it is how well we keep running the football against our opponents, and, how much we keep improving. I mean, as a team. And we played 33 guys on offense the other night, and you heard the Arkansas wrap up and stuff, and they played 30 guys on offense and defense. And so, we played that many guys on offense. That's a lot. And there's not really one guy you can key in on because this week it was one receiver, and last week it was another receiver. And, it's this running back, and then this running back comes in, does a good job. And so I think that the more kids we can play, the more competition we have in practice, and a lot harder for teams to be able to scout us and say this is what they're going to do, because it might be the next guy up type mentality for our team.
Coach, we look back and talk to some Conway historians, and best we can tell, we can't find where Conway and Marion have played before in football, but it's not a program that you're unfamiliar with. You played them some at Bryan, of course. So what can you tell us about the Patriots, and what's it going to take for your squad to get through non-conference play undefeated?
Well, Marion's got a good football program. They have a coach that they've had for the last 3 years, and he came from Little Rock Christian, and he's a very good football coach, and he wants to get to Central Arkansas, give his kids some exposure. I did the same thing when I was at Camden Fairview. I wanted to come up and play some Central Arkansas schools, and where our kids could play in front of the big news medias, and everybody could get access to seeing what we were all about. And then, it was great for the parents to come to Central Arkansas. They can make a weekend out of it and go out to eat at a nice place and, be able to see a different part of the state. And I see why Coach is doing this. I understand why Coach is doing this. And we just got to really define this team as a team sort of like Bryant, sort of like Southwest, sort of like North Little Rock. Very athletic football team. Got some big, strong linemen. Very fast football team. Can score from anywhere on the field. Can lock you down on defense and come after you. And so it gives us a look at what we're going to see in our conference. And you really, you play Bentonville, you play Marion, you play Jonesboro. We see some of everything we're going to see in our conference schedule. And I think it's a good non-conference schedule. It's two of the best 6A programs in the state. And, and then, of course, a perennial power in 7A and playing Bentonville. So I think it's a good schedule for us. I think it's a good game. It's a team that we don't see very often, and it gives us a chance to get better.
He's Buck James, and his number 3 ranked Conway Wampus Cats play host to the number 4 ranked team out of the 6A, the Marion Patriots, to close out non-conference play. Coach, as always, can't wait to see what you guys do tonight, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. You are watching the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. Our thanks to Coach James and also to Major Mahar for spending some time with us here on the pregame show. Before we head to the stadium, which we'll do in just a few moments, let's take a look at our conference, the 7A Central, and see how things are there. There are 2 teams that join us, the Wampus Cats, at 2-0 on the early part of the season, and both of those teams picked up victories a week ago on the road out of state. Bryant knocking off Christian Brothers out of St. Louis, and Pulaski Academy winning against Madison Ridgeland Academy, a school out of Mississippi. Little Rock Christian Academy had their first loss of the year a week ago, losing to Shiloh Christian, a high-scoring affair out on Highway 10. Cabot got their first victory of the year. They traveled to Northwest Arkansas, and it took overtime to get the win over Bentonville West. Both North Little Rock and Central were on byes last week, and Southwest traveled to Lake Hamilton and took a 49-0 loss, did the Griffins. Now this week, in addition to our game against Marion, there is another huge game involving a team called the Patriots, and that's Parkview, as they are playing Bryant tonight in Little Rock. Both Pulaski Academy and Cabot face teams from Louisiana tonight. North Little Rock and Central are both on the road. North Little Rock at Benton. Central is at Fort Smith Southside, both looking to get their first win. And Little Rock Southwest will travel southwest to Lufkin, Texas for their next game as they look to get on the winning side of things for the first time this year. Now, when we come back, we will go to John McConnell Stadium and join Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. They'll have Tim's three things. They'll have tonight's starting lineup, and they'll have the kickoff. And it is coming up next on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for more than 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. Our board-certified interventional cardiologists, specialized team, and innovative cardiovascular technology are here to provide the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing a heart emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
For the first time in 4 years, your Conway Wampus Cats are home on consecutive weeks here in the regular season. It's always good to be home at John McConnell Stadium. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst Tim Roach. And tonight, Conway closes out non-conference play here on Conway Corp. You see us here on the Centennial Bank booth cam. And Conway looking to stay undefeated heading into the bye.
Powerhouse 6 East, Marion. Tough job.
Oh, man. So before we look fully ahead to Marion, let's take one last look back at what was a dominating performance over Bentonville. What's stuck with you in that?
It was just a dominant performance by your Wampus Cats all across the board.
All right, now on to Marion. To close out the non-conference schedule, the Patriots are a team on the ascent in the 6A over the last few years. They're fast. They're athletic. They're going to be a fantastic test for your Wampus Cats tonight. And if Conway's still feeling a little confident after that Bentonville game, might turn into a long night. How do we keep that from happening? That takes us to Tim's three things.
We have to contain the Patriot running game right out of the gate. These guys are good at running the ball. Second thing is we need to make sure we're shifting and doing the things on offense and get their speed out of the game. And lastly, we need to clean up penalties. A lot of penalties last year.
Tim, we had a great running back come in last week, and Chris Ficklin, another one coming in tonight for MJ Jones and this crew to try and figure out how to contain. And the other problem, of course, is who this running back will be running behind LSU commit Carius Kern.
Yeah, he's the real deal. You're going to see him very quickly. He'll jump out at you. Jalen Smith is a great runner. He'll be a three-time All-State runner.
The Patriot defense boasts speed across the board. We've seen how crucial the Conway rushing attack has been the last 2 weeks. They've rushed for 464 yards in those 2 games. It took Conway 4 games to reach that mark a year ago. How can the offensive line help keep that success going this week?
Well, they're going to have to maintain their blocking schemes. They're very fast to the ball, and I think we can leverage that against them. If they're going to pursue so fast, I think if we cut back and do some waggles, we'll be okay.
Now, as well as things have been going the first 2 weeks in all 3 phases, one thing that has not been going well is penalties. Conway averaging 10 penalties per game and a little over 100 yards.
Yeah, the coaches take that thing personally because it's about how they're coaching their guys as well. So I have a feeling over the last week they've been doing some corrective nature.
It's Conway and Marion. It's the top 3 team in the 7A, top 4 team out of the 6A, squaring off here on the gridiron for the first time ever. So some history here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for Conway.
Griffin Sherrod, Julian Jones, Monterius Jones, Joseph Washington, Trayvon Logan, JP Saxton,
RJ Chapman,
Trez Hammond, Tyus Carr, Jacoby Wade,
Noah Files, Guy Buchanan,
Will Upton,
Major Mahar,
Isaiah Bowman,
Eric Somerville,
Heath Owen, Kyler Facey,
Jackson Morlow,
Max Owen,
Carter Crow, Cambrian Blacken, Alex McCray,
Troy Harris,
Grayson Wilson.
Well, one huge change to note, really the only big change in the starting lineup this week is senior Tavik Somerville starting in that left guard spot. And that's because senior Landon Berry out for the season. So really huge loss for this Conway offensive line, and it's going to be next guy up. I mean, Tavik's been playing a lot in these first 2 games, so not worried about a big drop-off there, but we just hate that news for Landon Berry. And we talked with Coach James yesterday. He mentioned off air that it's going to be a huge loss, just the attitude he brings.
Yeah, he's looking for some dogs, Coach is, and so he was one of those, and he'll do it from the sidelines, though. I don't think his impact is going to be lost on this team.
Well, here are your Wampus Cats. I missed the coin toss.
We lost, but we're going to receive. Is that what happened? I'm looking at stats. We're receiving.
We are receiving. All right. Well, Marion may have watched what happened last week with Bentonville deciding to take the ball, and they thought, you know what, we're gonna do something a little different here.
Your captains for tonight were Tyus Carr, Griffin Sherrod, Jaden Gaines, and Jackson Warlow.
Love to see it. Again, huge loss on the offensive line with Landon Berry. Landon, we're thinking about you, man, and I know he was the team player of the week this week. I saw that on social media. So
good dude.
Love that. Yeah, love Landon, and man, wish it wasn't going the way it's going. But next guy up for Tavik Somerville.
Well, and again, the thing is, he'll be on the sidelines eventually after he gets back, and he's gonna be able to be a leader on the sidelines. And while it's not on the field, it's still an impact for the game. So he's got a lot to do this year still.
All eyes. Not on this first possession. Your Wampus Cats will have the ball first, but when Marion gets the ball, we've been talking about it all throughout the pregame. Keep your eyes on number 57, Carius Kern, the LSU commit.
You won't have to look too far when they're on offense. He'll stick out. He's a big dude. Going to LSU, I hate that as well, but
you do hate that. That is true.
That. All right, so again, Marion is a powerhouse in the 6A East. They play in the same conference as Jonesboro, And the last year they took it took PA to the last play of the game in the playoffs for PA to get to the finals.
Marion Blackman will take this one in at the 10. Blackman right back up the middle, gets through one tackle, will be pulled down from behind just past the 35. That's where Conway will start.
Yeah, it's a good return right up the middle. Didn't do anything funny, and we had a lot of rain, obviously over the last couple of days, and it rained up until about 15 minutes ago. So the field is wet. Ball's going to get wet. We may see a few things hit the ground, so got to be careful there.
And you can see 55 right there heading out. Tavik Somerville getting the start at left guard, but we expect to see a lot of guys moving around and subbing in throughout the night.
They run a base 3-4, but they do everything, so don't get used to this formation.
A little bit of a high snap. Grayson pulled it down, gives to Trey Harris right up the middle. Trey gonna get about 4 yards after the high snap.
Good move there, right at the line of scrimmage. Held the snap down. That was a great catch by Grayson. They will blitz tonight. You'll see a lot of that. 22, 23, they will both be coming at some point in time. Here he comes off the edge already.
And it's Trey again. Trey, I think he's going to have enough. All right, well, yep. We'll have enough for the first down.
They were pursuing on the back edge. You won't see the old boogie car hesitation much tonight. You've got to get to the line of scrimmage and past, because they're going to be coming off the edge all night.
1st and 10. Twin stack to each side for Grayson Wilson. Grayson looking to the far side. Little comeback route for Cam Blackman. Cam leading the team with 10 receptions, make it 11.
Well, and a lot of them have been like that. I mean, he runs the boundary so well. Those quick turn, quick hitch, or not a quick hitch there, button hook, right at the sidelines, got separation, easy pitch and catch.
1st and 10 again. Another handoff to Trey. Trey, little hesitation. Going to get about a yard, maybe 2. Just keep things going here.
If we can continue, there's only pickup of a little bit over 1 there, but if we can continue to kind of run the ball up the middle, it's going to change the game plan for Marion. They're going to have to figure out a way to stop that, but you'll see when we pan out, they are all bunched at the line of scrimmage. Almost every Marion player in the picture.
2nd and 9. Grayson passing again. Under pressure, escapes. He's just going to throw it away. That was picked off. Wowzer tried to throw it away. Couldn't quite get it out. And Marion taking a turnover. Returning it for 6.
Yeah, he was trying to do his best to get out of there with that and got hit as he threw it. But that is not the start you wanted for Conway. Great start for Marion.
I'll admit I did not see the ball until it was almost to the end zone.
There they are coming off of the edge. And
okay, he did get it up, just couldn't get anything behind it.
They came off the edge, and that's the thing you're going to have to account for. You're going to have to go quickly. You're not going to be able to just sit back and hold it. They're going to get you there.
Zimran Felix got the interception. Extra point was almost blocked, but Marion, early lead, 7-0, 10:26 to play here in the first quarter. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
The community of Conway continues to be committed to the Wampus Cats, just as Centennial is committed to our customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Wampus Cats, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let us be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Little reality check here early for your Conway Wampus Cats, trailing after the interception return for a touchdown.
First time all year they've trailed. Took 3 games to get in there, but it has happened. So it was just a good rush by Marion. And not a great decision by Grayson there, but that's okay. He'll learn from that. But it just so happened to fall right into the hands of their linebacker, and it was an easy score from there.
Marion players trying to get their fans pumped up. Something to be excited about on the across the way. The Marion faithful that travel a long way.
Yeah, they were offsides on the kickoff. So that's in high school ball, that's an immediate dead ball. They'll back them up 5.
Well, another
Start again.
Chance for a good return here for Conway.
Yeah, Cam did a great job last time. Cam's not back there this time. That's Jacoby.
Jacoby and Trez.
Yeah. Well, and
those guys can't run.
No, it's a quick statement too by Marion, and that's, you know, I don't want to ever be behind, but that's a chance for your Wampus Cats, to your point, get a little wake up call. Hopefully, they will take it that way.
Well, we talked about it in your Tim's 3 things, the speed. This team fast across the board. Little liner kick. Wampus Cats just going to fall on it. 3 Wampus Cats covering it up. Tanner Harris in there as well.
All right, time for your offense to kind of regroup again. They're fast to the edge and they'll get to the quarterback. They don't use the big guys to really do that. They use some of the smaller guys, and right out of the gate, they got there. Conway was moving the ball pretty well up to that point.
We'll see Amari Davis out on the field for this possession.
Kordsmeyer out to the far boundary.
Blackman and McCray here on the near side, showing pressure again. Hand off to Amari. Amari made one cut right at the line.
Good run.
Yeah, got a lot of a few extra yards after contact.
Well, for a small guy, he is really, really powerful. Gets low to the ground, drives his feet real well. That's a great first down.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Grayson gets it out to McCray quickly on the slant. McCray found a little bit of a seam past the 50 onto the other side of the field.
This is what you're going to have to expect from Conway. That's the open spot in this defense that they run. They really do come all in for the run, and they blitz and they leave the flats open.
1st and 10. Grayson passing again. Looking for Cam Blackman over the middle. Had to pump once.
Yeah.
Led him just a bit.
Yeah, I had to wait for him to come open against the defense there. And just a little bit in front. That'll be there. That was open. That's going to be there.
Blake Kordsmeyer out on the far side, split out at receiver. Blackman and McCray here on the near side.
Got a tight end in to help block, I would guess, unless he's going to go out for the pass, but probably for pass protection.
Play clock down to 4. Give it to Amari. Amari planted that foot, headed north. He's going to pick up about 3.
All right. Brings up 3rd down and 7. It is 4-down territory for your Wampus Cats. They won't even hesitate on this unless they lose a tremendous amount here. Look for a Cameron here in the flat.
Grayson looking near side, now over the middle. Finds Blake Kordsmeyer. Short gain of about 2 or 3. 4th and 5 upcoming. Blake took a hard hit over the middle.
Yeah, he did. All right, so you got to expect that they won't expect the run here. So they're going to be maybe one step off there. It's offsides.
There we go.
And
that's going to be a 1st down.
Nice. They were coming.
Well, that's one thing you can play against this speed.
Yeah.
Are you going to be disciplined too?
All right, good 1st down. Take it.
Jacoby Wade checks in the slot here on the near side.
Man everywhere. Man coverage.
1st down looking to pass. Got the pass out just in time. But man, he was under some intense pressure, and you could see that in the angle of the pass.
Yeah, and that's the same. 7 was the same guy, I think, that got the pressure on him last time. Came off the corner side. I mean, that's just what they're going to do. They're going to come off the edge. Davis is coming now. 23 on the top side there.
Second and 10. Wilson going up. Cam Blackman fighting through contact, and he has it. Down inside the 5. There's a flag Oh, man, there's a flag back near the 37.
I think
Conway,
it was after the play.
Yeah, Conway not moving back.
Let's see what the official says here.
We've talked about
It's
penalties
be unsportsmanlike, I would guess.
being an issue for your Wampus Cats. This will be against Marion.
Yeah. Well, Faison was acting like it was going to be on them. So that'll take it half the distance. But go back to the catch here real quickly. That was a superior catch. High pointed. Nice.
Got it down. I thought inside the 5. Looks like it'll be marked at the 4. First and goal.
That's weird.
Upcoming here for Conway. Trey Harris will get the handoff here.
Yeah, they're all in the box there.
Gain of about just 1. Down to the 3.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting spot. I thought that's where he caught the ball. Didn't look like they went half the distance after that.
Second and goal. 2 receivers out here on the near side. Wilson will pass. On the slant, looking for McCray. Contact is there. Flag comes in.
He was riding him with his on the outside shoulder all the way to the goal line. So I believe that's, with the pass interference, I believe that's going to be first down. High school rules can get strange for me on this particular play. So they'll move it half the distance. Remains second. Yeah, remains it down. In college and pros, that's a new first down, but in high school, it's not.
So second and goal, they'll bring on the bigs.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Kingston Jackson coming in, and also Navin Richardson.
It looks like they got more than 11, to be honest.
Wilson under center that Marion did not get off in time. It will not matter as Trey Harris runs it in for the score.
Well, he got a pop right at about the 1 yard line, and again, just the power of these small running backs is just impressive. They got to the goal line and pushed straight on through.
Look at the replay here, working that right side. And easy money for Trey Harris, his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, but there's obviously the flag out on the far side was Marion couldn't get the 12th man off the field in time.
When you got a guy in our backfield trying to get off, it's going to be a bit of a problem. That's a penalty.
I don't know why it's taking so much discussion, though.
Well, it may
concerning me.
It may be that it has to be in terms of where they mark it off. It could be that it's marked off on the kickoff. I'd guess. I don't know that they move it here for the extra point. Let's see what the officials has to say if we can hear him. Yeah, 12 men on the field.
Did he hold up a 2? So is it a dead ball foul?
It appears that it is a first down.
Wait a minute. So it's a dead ball foul?
Yeah, take the points off. We'll do it again. Well, Trey Harris will just do it again.
Okay, well, I didn't know that was a dead ball foul. Okay, well, there you go. Learned something new on that one.
Trey says, I'm still getting my 4th rushing touchdown of the year. I'll just do it twice if I have to.
That one felt probably a little bit better. The other one was a pop at the goal line. That one was easy. Walked in.
Well, Conway responding after the turnover. Grayson Wilson in to hold. Had some issues with holding the ball a week ago. Two missed extra points.
Buck doesn't mess around with getting things corrected. That's a little bit of a. All right, now we got the ball set. They were trying to figure out where to set the ball. I like the way that our public address announcer, Andy Hawkins, said, apparently it's not a touchdown.
Everyone was confused.
Oops. Well, he got it through.
He lined it in through. Tie ball game, 8:07 to play here in the first quarter. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
thank you for your business.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium. Conway ties it up. Had to run the ball twice into the end zone.
It's a little disjointed. That whole series was just a little bit weird. We were able to get a first down on a penalty. Then you had a touchdown, but the penalty negated a defensive penalty negated the touchdown, and then you get it back on a nice run by Trey. So some good running there. Actually, a couple of good throws. Great catch by Cambrian to get us down to the 5-yard line. And so, there's some things there, and they cleaned up. They did get contact on Grayson once, but he was getting it out of there quicker. He looked a lot more comfortable there in that series.
Jalen Smith, the two-time All-State running back, senior running back for Marion, back to receive here on the kickoff return. I imagine Major probably not going to kick that direction, I would guess, but I've been proven wrong.
And you were.
Well, here comes Smith.
That's a block in the
taking
back.
it back out to the far side. They stretch him out. A great tackle from behind. My man, Tanner Harris.
He did, but boy, Noah Files absolutely got blocked in the back. No call.
Well, we've talked about it all game. Carius Kern, number 57. Big left tackle for Marion, and our defensive end's going to have their work cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have to fill in the gaps behind him. I mean, Griffin's got his hands full.
Zayden Walker leads the way at quarterback for the Patriots. He's a junior.
They do a lot of throwing. They throw the ball fine, but they throw it short mostly. 15, though, Lewis can get deep on you.
Trips tight here on the near side. Young will go in motion. They hand off. Tice Carr can't close out the tackle. It's going to be J.P. Saxton finishing out of bounds, but a first down run for Jalen Smith.
Yeah, he went right behind Kearns, right out of the gate, and then bounced it to the outside and shook free of one tackle. He's hard to bring down. We're going to have to. This guy has some real good feel for where the space is. He can make his own space, but he knows where the green is.
Lewis in motion. Walker fakes it out to Lewis. A little shoestring tackle by Tice Carr will force Lewis out of bounds. Short gain.
That was actually Garrett there.
Oh, my bad, yeah.
15 went deep, but he's another one of their weapons. He's not as big as Lewis, but he can. He's a danger. He's one of the guys that can go long on you.
Gain of just 2, 2nd and 8. Garrett goes in motion. Lines up at tight end. Another Patriot in motion. Hand off to Smith on the left side. Got through one tackle. Be hit short of the first down marker. Going to bring up 3rd and short for Marion.
Yeah, so far they haven't even thought about coming around the right side. They're going right behind Kearns. I mean, that's a great plan. Don't get me wrong. I would suspect either a hitch pass here or
this Conway defense has been so great on 3rd down. Can they do it here? Pitch out to the left. Conway stopping it behind the line.
Yeah, that is one of their defensive players, Rico Ward, who he plays both ways. No shot there. And it looks like they're going to punt with the 7-7 ball game. They're going to punt away. The punter, by the way, is their backup quarterback who played late last week against Harding Academy and really helped run up the score late in the ball game when Walker went down, the regular quarterback went down with an injury. He looked really good.
Max Malloy, a sophomore, having your punter be your backup quarterback, that could make things interesting at times.
Sure.
Something to keep in the back of your mind. He will punt away. Jacoby Wade, no part of that. It's down right around the 21.
All right. Decent field position. That was a low line drive punt, but it was what Marion needed. All right, defense did a great job there. He gave them one first down and then held them.
Conway defense 4 for 23 on 3rd down. They've only allowed 4 conversions this year.
That's so impressive. And I will tell you, I mean, obviously already Jalen Smith is making it hard on us, and so is Kearns.
This drive will start from the 21. 2 receivers here on the near side. I think that's Cam Blackman out on the far side. And it's a handoff to start this drive.
See,
It's
that was-
Jaden Gaines out on the far side.
Yeah, and that was a case right there where the cutback, I mean, we were getting everything we could, but there was a cutback to his left, a lane to his left there. They were pursuing so hard that it opens up a lane backside. One step there, and it gets probably another 6 or 7 yards. Boy, they are stacked in the box against us.
2nd and 6.
Coming
Wilson
out.
to pass. They get the screen out to Max Owen. A lot of space out there. Great block by Warlow. And Max gets the first down.
He could be a unique weapon tonight. I mean, that's the guy. We're gonna have to throw it in the flats because they're gonna empty that with the pressure that they're bringing off the edges, and it's gonna be there. You just gotta make good, solid catches. You got to get it out of there. Great catch by Max.
First and 10, Wilson. Out on the far side, Jaden Gaines. His 2nd catch of the year.
Nice catch. Just a quick 8 yards, 7 yards. I'll give him 6 probably. 6. Bringing in, for Max Owen, we're bringing in Tanner Harris as kind of an H-back. We're seeing a little bit more and more as we go through the year. We're seeing that setup.
2nd down, handoff to Amari Davis. Amari ran into his offensive lineman, but got the first down.
Yeah, he's bouncing off of everybody, including his own teammates. That's a good run, good hard run. That brings back in Trey Harris. Carter Crow in as well. Still keeping with Tanner Harris out there in the H-back position. Another blocker there.
First and 10 from the 48. Speaking of 48, Tanner Harris in motion. Trey Harris will move to the left. Hand off to Trey. Trey. Short gain. Give him 2.
So, actually it's normally the flip side of this, it's the running game that sets up the passing game, and that may be indeed some of the cases tonight, but early on in this drive we were seeing the pass setting up the run.
2nd and 8. Wow. Wilson going up for Cam Blackman in double coverage, but let him far enough.
Yeah, and that's a case there where Grayson felt the pressure on his right hand side and unloaded before really the play had a chance to develop. But to your point, it was double coverage, and the good news is he threw it over everybody.
3rd down and 8.
Backing up and playing the pass here. They're 3-man front, and they've got about 6 linebackers.
Marion showing blitz.
Now they're coming.
They just bring 3.
Ooh.
Over the middle, C.J. Neely. Perfect pass from Grayson Wilson. And it's a 50-yard touchdown to C.J. Neely.
Wow, C.J., great route. That's a perfect throw in the face of a ton of pressure. He absolutely got popped when he let it go. Great concentration by C.J. Neely on the catch, but a critical throw by your quarterback, Grayson Wilson. What a throw.
Jacoby Wade coming in to celebrate with C.J. Neely. C.J., hey, first catch of the year is a touchdown. I'll take it.
Not bad. Not a bad start. Good PAT there.
Extra point up and good. 3:54 to play in the first quarter. Conway takes the lead, 14-7 here on Conway Corp.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Back live on Conway Corp. Conway, after the first possession had its troubles, ended in a interception return for a touchdown. Man, it's been 2 straight great drives for this Conway offense.
And 2 good holds by your, or 1 good hold by your defense. And so Grayson Wilson, 11 attempts. He's completed 7 for 133, a touchdown and the pick 6. But he is starting to look good. You got some good catches down the line. 1 for 50 for C.J. Neely and a touchdown. Really nice.
Hey, first catch of the year. I'll take that for a 50-yarder.
Take scores.
And the score. Nice, C.J. Neely. Back deep again, Jalen Smith. I think Cameron Garrett's the other one, but it'll be Smith on the turn again. Noah Files can't get the angle. Flag coming in right around the 28. Got to feel like this might be coming back.
Yeah, I think it was a block on Perry, number 6. I believe they got a hold there. We'll see if it's that or a block in the back, but hopefully either one will work for us. It's a hold. There we go. All right, defense had a great stand last time when Marion finally got the ball, and got to have that again. You've got the lead, and the first quarters have been just unbelievable this year in terms of points.
Well, and they've all 3 started off slow and then really moved fast.
We need to make sure we're keeping the gas down. Oh, good.
Hand off, nowhere to go. Caught immediately in the backfield. Juju Jones.
That was Rico again, I believe is his name. Yeah, Rico Ward, 16. Trying to find Jalen. Jalen is not out there right now. It's a couple of plays in a row now that he hasn't been out there, but he was on the kickoff team.
He did return the kickoff.
Yeah, but he's not out. So.
Second and 15 after the loss of 5. Walker to pass here. Just tossing it up. No fouls. Trying to get back.
Yeah,
almost caught up to it.
They're going to call pass interference on Trez.
A flag back at the 25 out at the far side, right around the Centennial Bank logo.
Well, and I don't know that that's necessarily. Buck James is out on the field as well. I don't know that's necessarily the case. I think he ran the wrong route. Oh, against the off. Okay, then much better. So it was a case.
Well, what's your tune now?
Well, I like that much better, but now they're walking it against us. So it's not. It was a pass interference against Conway. That's what I thought it was. So it looked to me like Lewis had run the wrong route and they were tangled up, but they called us for the hold.
Well, not an automatic first down. It'll be 2nd and 5 after the penalty is marked off. Walker going up deep. Trez Hammond gets tangled up again with Lewis, and another flag coming in.
They're going to call him for a second hold. That'll be a first down. After that, that'll be a first down. So 2 straight holds on Trez on Matrell Lewis.
Well, Lewis definitely has the size advantage. And
he does.
Kind of physicaling his way through some of that contact.
Well, they were both battling right there, and I will tell you, it's I mean, that could have gone either way, but they're going to call it on Trez. It gives Marion a first down, so we'll have to overcome that.
Justice Hills and Zion Williams at the defensive end spots for your Wampus Cats. First down from the 35 after the penalty's marked off. Walker hands it off. Rico flashing the speed. Flag coming in.
I believe it's a hold. I don't think that's a face mask. I believe that's a hold, even though it's coming from the far end of the field.
Man, I hope you're right.
Andy Huggins comes flying in from the back. Hold against the offense, yeah.
Well, hey, I like that better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Rico got kind of loose there. That's the first time he's kind of had a chance to shake free. We've been on him in the backfield. I'm scanning. I believe I've got my eyes on Jalen Smith on the sidelines.
Right around the 33, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just getting a break here. Nobody's attending to him, so I don't think there's any kind of injury. It's just a break.
Lewis moves over here on the near side. H-back set here for Marion. Walker rolling out near side. Looked like a design run, nowhere to go. He's going to step out of bounds for a loss.
Yeah, he didn't try to throw it down the field. They were trying to go with a quick throw to the flat on a little down and out, and it was just covered up well by your defense. Too many blue jerseys and not enough white jerseys there.
2nd and 14 now.
They're going to go ISO on Trez and Matrell Lewis. They're going to see that. He's pressing man.
Hand it off to Rico. RJ Chapman in the backfield.
That's actually, on that one, that's number 4. So that is going to be Christian Young. They're substituting all kinds of backs in there now.
Well, Marion not headed in the right direction right now.
You have to look to throw to here, obviously.
JP Saxton.
Is that Lewis down here? Looks like Lewis down here in the bottom of the screen.
Yep, Tice Carr.
Size mismatch. Well, they're going to run.
They'll hand it off. And JP Saxton wraps him up from behind. No gain there, actually. Loss of about half a yard.
Yeah, they were not even going to try to throw there. And that right there, I think, tells you a little bit about where their strengths are. When you're not even going to try to throw it, at that point, I mean, you've got to at least try to get it out there, but there was no chance for anything there. Great job by your defense. Gave up a first down on penalties and then came right back and shut them down.
It brings on Max Malloy again. Jacoby back to receive, see if he gets a chance at one here. He's going to try to take it off the bounce, but bounce low and fast, and Marion will down it near the 25. But a flag down on the far side of the field, back near the 37.
Yeah, it's against Conway, and I don't know if it's a hold, which would put us back. He put it against Conway.
A hold on the return.
Yeah, on the return, but I'm trying to see what the deal is here. Lots of conversations with this crew, and I'm okay with that as long as you get it right. Yeah, so it's a holding on the Cats, way back. I mean, completely away from the ball and like late. So we must have tackled the guy in the backside. So we'll start somewhere, I guess, around the 13.
It's been a pretty lengthy first quarter.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, but it's been really chaotic in terms of just the different kinds of action going on. And maybe I feel bad about that because of the pick six right out of the gate, and it's just kind of felt weird that we've been behind. The offense has done its job, though, and so has the defense since that time.
4 receiver set here for Conway. Trips to the far side. Will bring Max Owen down to the H-back spot. And to give to Trey Harris. Trey makes one cut. And he liked what he saw there.
Wow. Boy, he's close to busting that. What a great cut at the line of scrimmage by Trey. Great job blocking that time by Bowman. Facing both there. Really nice.
CJ Neely moves to the far side. He's in the slot. Alex McCray down here on the near side.
Coming off
the
the
give
edge.
to Trey again. Trey met in the backfield this time. That was Emmanuel Key.
Lost a couple. They were coming off the edge as well. Just nothing there. He had no chance there. They're trusting their defensive backs to mostly be man.
Grayson going up top for McCray. He has a step. He has McCray. Foot race. McCray works through the tackle. 79-yard touchdown pass to Alex McCray.
What is it every week with this guy?
Oh.
Look at this. Streaking down the sideline. Ball was dropped on his hands by Grayson Wilson, and he just did a great job outrunning the coverage from there. And the guy had a shot at him about the 10 or 15-yard line, and he outran it.
Had one for 81 yards a week ago. Looked really similar to that one. This one, 79 yards for McCray.
Man, this guy just he does nothing but bombs. It's just what this guy does. It was just a simple go route. I mean, he just literally ran past the defensive back, and Grayson laid it right on top of him, and it was just kind of skating your way to the end zone from there. Nice.
Third touchdown in 2 games for McCray. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 21-7, Conway up with 9 seconds to play here in the first quarter. This is Conway football on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Has come to life. 21 points here in the first quarter. Great night continuing for Grayson Wilson.
Eight completions out of 12 attempts, 212 and 2 touchdowns with 1 pick. We'll kind of feel that. Alex McCray, 2 catches for 99 yards. He's averaging just under 50 yards a catch.
Well, he came into tonight with 4 catches for 180. He's keeping that trend going.
He's the bomb, man.
Different returner this time for Marion.
Nico Ward. Okay, get
Had
up.
a collision
JP.
back there, JP Saxton, and
like that.
JP slow to get up. Took a hard hit. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Conway making some noise. 21-0 over Marion. Back with the second quarter after this break on Conway Corp.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on. We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp, always on.
Second quarter coming up next here on Conway Corp. Conway up 21-7 on Marion.
I would take another 21 points this quarter. We'll see.
Okay,
now,
yeah, sure.
So they do have, I believe it's Jalen Smith is back in the backfield now. He didn't take the kickoff either, so I was getting a little bit not concerned, but wondering where he was. But he's back in there now. Fresh legs.
I'll tell you who's not out there, and that's JP Saxton.
Yeah.
Walker trying to find Lewis. What a job. He's going to be out of bounds, but
great catch.
What a try by Lewis. Man, he's a big target.
Good coverage that time by Trez. I think Trez taking it a little bit personally. Those couple of fouls there. This is going to be a matchup all night long, it looks like. Wherever 15's going, 7's going with. So in for JP is who?
Stephon Wade.
Yeah, Stephon Wade. That's Jacoby's brother.
2nd and 10. Walker looking to pass again. Looking for Lewis. Trez Hammond.
No.
Pushing him out of bounds. Can't make the catch.
It's gonna
incomplete.
This is going to be a fun matchup right here. This one is.
Well, just two incredibly gifted athletes out there.
No, I mean, they're obviously the size of Lewis. What is the specs on this guy? I can't. JP back in the ballgame. That's awesome. Thank you, Stats. Yes, he's a 6'3", 180 senior.
Yeah, Trez definitely giving up the size, not giving up anything in speed and strength.
Hitch, that's a problem.
That was Christian Young.
They're going to give him the first down. That's too bad. 3rd and 10 there, and gave up the first down. It was a little hitch pass, and that's what they do mostly, by the way. I mean, they will obviously they've tried to go deep a couple of times, but a lot of their passing game, the majority of their passing game, is the short hitches and the swing passes.
First and 10. Ball comes loose. Still there. Who got it? R.J. Chapman inside the 5. They'll mark him down. I was kind of wondering if he was down by
No, the ball came out before he got there.
There was no one making contact. He just, it was loose.
It was coming loose. Slid. That's the slick turf. And
well, how about this, Roach? Your first turnover for your Wampus Cats.
We talked about it a little bit more air. I thought the ball might come out a little bit. I just didn't like the fact that we gave up one. But so you've got now. You see, now you don't see it, but the Marion coach is literally at the hashes asking that it was not a fumble, but I got to tell you, based on what I saw, it was absolutely a fumble.
Yeah, I mean, our angle, it definitely looked like it was coming out before he hit the ground.
He's not getting any love from the officials on this one. He's literally walking away.
That's Coach Lance Clark in his 4th season at Marion. He's 24-12.
He's a fiery dude. Seen some interviews with him. He's got a lot of energy.
Big boys in. They give it to Amari. Amari trying to work the right side.
Wow, Bowman. Bowman's doing his best Kern imitation or impression. He blocked his guy all the way to the Y in the end zone. 2nd to go from the 3, Levi?
2.
2? Okay.
Well, it wasn't because Bowman wasn't trying.
No. He had his guy on the Y out there.
Another shot here for Amari, right up the middle. Amari falling forward.
Inside the 1.
Just marking him short.
Yeah, he's about the 1 foot line, and that's, by the way, that was a good little bit of a misdirection, kind of a counter play where the blocking went to the left, he followed in behind, went right, almost found the seam.
From the 1, Grayson Wilson leaning over his lineman.
And there it is.
There we go. Grayson fighting for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, it's kind of a delayed environment down there, but we've already had the official call a touchdown.
It was the official here on the near side.
Yeah.
And Coach Lance Clark still talking to the official out on the far side.
He's getting more field time than some of his players.
It's getting chippy out there. I'll tell you that right now. Lance Clark about to get some papers.
Yeah, he was about to get the yellow flag. The flag was just about to come out.
It's a 21-point lead now for your Wampus Cats. 10:07 to play here in the first half. This is Conway football on Conway Corp.
The community of Conway continues to be committed to the Wampus Cats, just as Centennial is committed to our customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Wampus Cats, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let us be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Back live here on Conway Corp. Still across the way, Coach Lance Clark talking with The white hat, it's been very heated from afar.
Yeah, he's talked to almost every official now. And he's still on the 20.
Still upset about the fumble call.
I think. And then also upset about the touchdown, I guess.
Out at the 20 on the far side,
is
still chatting it up.
This is as long as I've seen a coach being allowed to stay on the field. I mean, he's been out there a good amount of time.
I've wondered this for years. Why is it that football coaches get so much more leeway? I've actually talked to a head coach at another school about this before, and he told me it's because the crowd can't hear what's being said.
Okay. Yeah, but in a basketball
But in a basketball gym,
yeah.
those coaches get the hook much more quickly.
By the way, he was still talking as we were talking through there. He was still on the official. I mean, that's an intense dude there. He's a good coach. I mean, this is not his first stop, but he's a good coach.
Well, fighting for his Patriots, you can't blame him there.
Absolutely. You don't think Buck James would be fighting for his guys?
Well,
of course,
we've seen Buck James.
Sure. So I mean, I'm not offended by what he's doing at all, but he's intense.
We've seen Buck James do it as our guy and not our guy, so we know that. A little bit of a shorter kick. Is that Ward this time?
Good pop.
Big hit out on the far side. Was it Trayvon Logan? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice pop right there. They've taken Jalen Smith out of the return game, and only seeing him on offense now. And I'm not sure why that is, but I mean, again, maybe it's fresh legs. All right, so a mistake and the first turnover of the season by your Wampus Cats in terms of getting one, and we turned it into 6. Great job by RJ to get it back there and get the fumble. So now back to the defense.
And again, it was your first
one
turnover, first takeaway of the year for Conway. They're still in the negative, -3 on the year, but hey, there's time.
Thanks for that.
Handoff on first down. Breaks through the line, first contact. Can't get past Tice Carr. What a huge saving grace tackle there from Tice.
I don't know if he goes the distance, but he might have. That's a great open field tackle by Tice. Well, that guy's unbelievable. He's not that big. He says 5'9" on his sheet, but he's not that. But boy, has he got some moves.
They'll give it to Smith again. Trying to get around the right edge. Falls forward. Short gain here. Keeping that clock moving.
Yeah, 9:30 left in the half.
He ran away from Kern that time.
He did, but he dove forward, got underneath our defensive lineman and enough for almost 4. All right, set up trips to the near side.
Started tight, have spread out. Quick pass out in the flats. Trez Hammond lights it up, gets the fumble. Scoop and score, Trez Hammond. Touchdown, Conway.
No flags on the field, and they're calling it a score. That is how you do that. Boy, I hope he's going to be okay, but that is a picture-perfect play by Tice Carr. Popped him after the catch. Got the ball, scoop and score, touchdown for your Wampus Cats. Wow.
Classy students.
Wow.
Can't believe it. And unfortunately, Christian Young.
Yeah, still down.
Still down on the field. Second straight possession for Marion that's ended in a Conway takeaway. This one taken to the house for 6.
Scoop and score. They try that throw. We'll talk a little bit while they're looking at who was it? It's number
Christian
4.
Young.
Christian Young. They're still looking. He's up now, or he's sitting up at least.
Sitting up.
But they run that play a lot where they trip out wide, they throw to the back receiver and allow the other 2 to block. And we just fought through it and made a good contact on him, and it's good to see him. He's going to the sidelines, but he's having help to get there. That's a good strong tackle, and I hate to see that.
PA team will come out. And after the first offensive possession for your Wampus Cats ended in a turnover and a score for Marion, it's been all Conway since then.
2 defensive scores tonight in the first half, 1 for each team.
That's what speed will do for you.
Yeah, Will, I mean, he beat the block is what he did. You're exactly right. He beat the block and got there and made a good form tackle.
Extra point is good. 35-7. Conway striking again. 8:57 to play here in the second quarter. Back in 30 seconds on Conway Corp.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Live at John McConnell Stadium, our second home game in a row. First time that's happened in 4 years, having consecutive home games in the regular season. Of course, we've had first-round playoff games we've hosted. Okay. But, yeah, first consecutive games in the regular season since 2020, and that was because of COVID. Remember, Christian Brothers had to come to town.
They had to come into town. That's right.
Yeah, we would have had an away game.
At Central, I believe it was.
Yeah, couldn't have it.
So really good job by your defense, obviously, there. That's one of the critical plays that they will have is they will throw a hitch with double blocks, and Tice jumped it, got in front of his blocker. No, it was Tice, wasn't it?
Trez made the hit.
Was it Trez made the hit? Okay, all right. So I thought it was Tice, but if it's Trez, then this just works. Now looks like we've got a penalty down
there. I thought it was Trez. Maybe I was wrong. I'm gonna look back and see.
You're gonna look back and see. I thought it was. I thought he made the tackle and then scooped and scored, but maybe I'm misremembering. It looks like we have a flag down, or we have. No, what it is the official's got to get his gear all right. Whitehead is getting all of his flags and beanbag and hat all lined out. So that's what the delay is here.
It was Trez.
It was Trez that scored. Who made the tackle, though, Levi?
Wait, Trez.
Was it Trez?
Trez made the hit. Scooped it up right off the bounce.
Sorry,
off
Trez.
The turf.
Sorry, Trez.
Took one bounce right into his hands, and then, man, what a play by Trez Hammond. I mean, I'm sure Tice could make that play, too.
Yeah.
Got to make sure our boy Trez gets the credit. Smith on the return.
Yeah.
Gets around the edge. Nice tackle out on the far side by Gavin Perry. Keeps it from getting any worse.
Don't kick it to that guy again. He's a danger every time he touches the ball. I mean, this guy's a real deal. All right, so they've got great field position here. They start on their own 45, 46-yard line, and after a great return and a touchdown-saving tackle. Was that Major that made the tackle?
No, it was Gavin Perry.
Was it Gavin Perry?
Yep.
One of our last lines of defense, whoever it was.
This new quarterback, Malloy in.
Mm-hmm.
Hands it off to Dent.
Yeah, slipped in the backfield. So this guy, Max Malloy, sophomore, good-looking quarterback. I watched him play against Harding Academy, and he took over after Walker got injured in the third quarter, and the score was at the time, I think, 12-0, and it got to be 12-7, and they put on a fourth quarter display against Harding, and it was a lot of it. Now there was a lot of Jalen Smith involved, but this guy Malloy can run the ball. So when you see him out there, he can absolutely run the ball as well.
Second and 11. Malloy, designed run.
That's him.
Got around the edge, and Zion Williams wrapping him up along with J.P. Saxton.
They're right at the plus side of the field, so they're probably in 4-down territory, especially with the score at 35-7.
Jalen Smith comes back on. 3rd and 6.
You got to think it's going to be him. Man coverage on the top side. Looks like Tice has probably got man.
Tice here on the near side. Trez out on the far side. They'll give it to Smith.
Good tackle.
Nowhere to go. Ball came out. Scooped up by Griffin Sherrod. Second straight scoop and score for your Wampus Cats.
Oh, clean hit right at the line of scrimmage, and Griffin Sherrod said, how about me? How about me? Great shot here. Watch this.
Lowered the shoulder, hit it. Was it Noah Files with the hit?
Files. Yeah, Noah Files with the hit. And then thank you very much. A cookie coming tomorrow morning from Sherrod to Noah Files. A scoop and score.
You told me late last night, you sent me a text because we talked about, hey, Conway hasn't gotten a turnover yet in the first 2 games. And you late last night, you texted me and said, I think that's going to change tomorrow night.
One is regression to the mean. The other is that our defense it has been doing all the right things, and they're finally getting rewarded.
Will Upton been getting work here in the first half.
It's a 6-1 of the half.
Good again, 42-7. 7:12 to play. This is Conway football on Conway Corp.
Thank you for your business.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium. What's the word on the stats?
Yeah, so we're looking at this. The rush yards, it's 13 for 26 for the Patriots. And for us, it's 14 for 36, so not a whole lot. But then you get the passing yards. They have 47 passing yards. We have 212. But one of the bigger differences is we've had 2 touchdowns on for the defense and a scoop down to about the 3-yard line as well. So 85 yards in total fumble returns. Wow.
Yeah, 3 fumbles recovered tonight for your Wampus Cats. 2 of them
for scores.
Taken back to the house.
You betcha. You betcha.
Man, oh man.
That will change. And see, that's the thing. We've been winning big without the help of the turnovers. And so you kind of knew that, okay, well, and that's one of the things that for me really impressed me about this team is that we were getting blowouts and not getting the ball extra. We were not getting those turnovers.
Angle kick here on the near side. Jackson running it back. Tanner Harris making a tackle. Man, he makes so many tackles on the kickoff coverage.
Major saying he was in on the tackle too. I don't know Major. I think he was down, but I'll go back and check the tape. How about that? We'll go check the tape. Great job.
It's just that Tanner is so demonstrative about it after the play that I just assume he did it. You know?
No, he did. He made the tackle, but Major got in there. I'll have to check to see stats. We'll check and see if stats gives him a tackle there. All right, got Caleb Kern out there.
Who's that here on the near side? 21.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Kellen Johnson.
Kellen Johnson, all right.
Also 95 is Julian. Let's see. It's Julian, but then 92. Oh, that's Joseph Washington.
Oh, okay, you know what? Coach Pankey told me that this week that Kellen would be the backup to Trez.
Major James also in the line.
Or to Tice, I guess. Malloy keeping it out on the far side. J.P. Saxton wrapped up with them. Whistle finally coming in.
So we ran. They started wide and had to go wider and wider. They did get some good yardage there. But about 3 or 4, they've given him 5. Wow. Okay, well, I didn't know he got all the way to the 40. But great job by Jacoby just to string that thing out.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Closing in on the midway point here in the second quarter. A handoff.
Good move.
Great run.
Yeah.
Finally pushed out by Trez Hammond. That was go Ward again.
Yeah, we had him in the backfield. Missed the tackle in the backfield. Cleaned that up a little bit. RJ coming out and Whit Williams coming into the ballgame now. Major James on the far side. You got Williams in the
Camarion,
safety.
yeah,
Camarion
Williams in at safety.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Right at the 50.
What are we doing with the clock here?
Well, he went out of bounds.
Okay, well, play clock is now down to 20. It took a long time to start the play clock.
Well, he fakes it, looking to pass, going deep. Flag coming out. Trez Hammond again on Lewis.
Yeah, they're being real tight on this man coverage, and there's a lot of hand checking going on. They called it one way every time. One way every time. It's
going to move the ball.
Well, it's been a
35.
It's been a battle out there. Little hand checking, and we've not gotten the call there. It's three. That's 3 pass interference calls on Trez.
First down, Malloy keeps it.
Good.
Joe Washington
Yeah, Joseph.
closes from behind.
That's that backside. We can do that if they take a little bit of time to get going in the backfield. Our backside pressure is going to be there. Now, it's not going to be as much facing Kern, but on the backside, if they try to go Kern's way, the backside's what's going to get you.
Gave him a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
I don't think he got that far.
I would agree, but
yeah.
Malloy design run again. Stephon Wade couldn't complete the tackle. Instead, it's Kellen Johnson.
Yeah, he's a good runner. I mean, I watched him against Harding Academy. He really he hits the hole hard and just rolls, and that's a designed quarterback run there. They just get it and go. Now, also they get down in here. What you may see is Jalen Smith, number 1, the running back, going out of the Wildcat.
Our clock is has not been running.
Now, and that's I don't know that.
And when I say our clock, I mean on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Well, starting to. Somebody needs to talk to them. It's 6:21. That's weird. I don't think any of our guys notice it. Are they keeping it on the field?
Maybe so.
I think they're somebody's noticing it now. The game clock has not run in. It's been 6:21 for a while now.
Looked like the white hat was pointing up at the clock.
They're not changing it, so I don't know what the time. The clock they must be keeping it on the field. They announced that.
Smith in trouble, nowhere to go. R.J. Chapman, Zion Williams.
I'm now obsessed with the clock.
Surely they're keeping
We're showing
it
on our
field.
clock 4:43. I'm guessing they are. Yeah, because Buzz is talking about it now. I think they've got it on the field. So I think our clock is probably closer to right.
2nd and a long, long way. Malloy
he's tough
taking
runner.
a tough hit right there.
He's a tough runner, man.
Gonna be.
Yeah, he's watching. I'm watching the one of the back judges has got it
Looking
on
at
his
his
clock.
watch.
Yeah, they're relaying the coaches the time.
3rd and 17. Malloy gives it to Smith. Nowhere to go.
Great.
MJ.
Yeah, and that's John Paul Saxton coming off the edge as well. Just no place to go. 4th down and long. But they're in 4th down territory. There's no doubt about that, regardless. So now you got to look at you're going to have to watch the battle up top. It's going to be Latrell Lewis and Trez will be one of those to watch. It's just going to be Jalen Smith and what he can do.
4th and 17. Malloy forced to move up, escapes 1 tackle, will not get away from the next 2 or 3.
Man, he's just unbelievable. That guy's tough. We get a couple of tough runners in Jalen Smith and Malloy.
Turnover on downs, and again, the situation here at the field is the clock not not operable on our scoreboard. So the officials keeping the clock down on the field. So we're not exactly sure how much time is left, but it will be Conway football.
Probably somewhere around the 2 to 3 minute mark. It's been 6:21 for a long time on the board.
And they've also not been updating down and distance either. So it seems like maybe a more widespread issue here in the stadium.
Yeah, and the play clock is at double zeros, and it's been that way for about 6-7 seconds.
Grayson gets the pass out to Trey Harris. Trey making an athletic play just to get that ball.
Holy cow. One-handed grab going away, and just a really, really nice catch. Got a player down, at least one. Yeah.
Trey's one of them.
Holy cow.
Two players down, Marion player and Trey. Trey down here on the sideline, here on the near side. We're going to go ahead and take a break as they attend to both of these players. Back in a bit here on Conway Corp.
My name is Dr. Austin Cole. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine. So what motivated me to return to Conway is that I grew up here. I actually played football here at Conway High, and I do have family in medicine. That was a lot of my impetus to become an orthopedic surgeon and in sports medicine. I always had in my mind that I wanted to bring what I learned and that expertise back to this area and then just care for the city that I love so much. All these providers at Conway Regional Health System are in it for the right reasons. They genuinely care about patient health, and so I don't think you can get that in many other places.
Getting that.
So here we are. Two players were down. One was Trey Harris. Trey got up, walked to the bench here on the near side. The Marion player still down on the turf, although he appears to be sitting up now.
Well, I don't know about maybe, but you got Conway and Marion trainers out there, and he's still laid back. But it looks like they're looking at lower leg.
The play, it was just a quick little pass out to Trey Harris in the flats. Trey had to make
great catch.
A really athletic play just to hold it in with one hand. And then the collision here on the near sideline. Both players were slow to get up, and Trey eventually did get up on his own. The Marion player still down.
Yeah, he walked over to the, with Jacob, he walked over to the training table, hopped up there. I say hopped, he climbed up. And taking a look at it. Maybe ankle. He was putting a good amount of pressure. He did have a little bit of a noticeable limp as he was going, but it wasn't something that looked too bad. Unfortunately, though, the Marion player is still down. The head coach is now over. They're taking a look, and he's right on the sidelines. So
the other thing going on here is the clock, the down and distance, the ball location, all that stuff that you normally see on the scoreboard hasn't been updated in several real-time minutes.
So yeah, what you're seeing on our scoreboard now at a minute 15 seconds now, that's wrong. Because we don't even know.
We don't
even know. But they're bringing. It looks like they may be bringing a cart. Thought I saw a cart moving. But the score was right though. The score is 42-7, Conway, and it looks to be somewhere in the 3-minute mark, maybe a little bit less than that. I'm guessing they'll keep us posted.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take another break, and it may be a little bit more of an extended break here as we give them some time to attend to the Marion player on the field, and hopefully we can get a little bit more news on what's happening. But it does appear they're going to have to bring in some assistance to get him off the field. So take a little bit of a break here, and hopefully we can be back soon here on Conway Corp.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than just exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
The community of Conway continues to be committed to the Wampus Cats, just as Centennial is committed to our customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Wampus Cats, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let us be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Thank you for your business.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium. The Marion player has been taken off the field on a cart.
It was Jerron Davis, number 23. That's who it was.
Okay. So play back underway on the field. We think just a little over 3 minutes left to go. They do have the time above the play clock here in the stadium, just not accurate on the scoreboard. So we're going to follow the time on the play clock. Pass to Cam Blackman. That was a dangerous pass. 3 defenders right around there, and that ball almost picked off.
Yeah, and I don't know if that clock's going to be worth it either. It says 3:04, and I think that's where it started. So I don't know that we know. I can't obsess over it anymore.
You just gotta let it go.
Yeah. So well, I'll tell you what it does. It brings up 3rd down and 7. Need to get a first down here. Extend this thing out. Well, they are filling the box. They've got 8 guys in the box. Now they back out.
They bring 4. Wilson, flush down near side. Looking for McCray. McCray stepped out of bounds. He's got the first down.
That's a great catch.
9 on the field. Kicked the ball. McCray got baited. He took the bait.
Well, now I think 9 pushed as much as McCray did. So they're going to call an unsportsmanlike on him for kicking the ball.
Yeah, it was 9 for that's Zayden Wilson.
Kicked the ball and then turned around and he and McCray got into it. So we'll see what happens on that. It could be. But here's the thing. If it's unsportsmanlike on both, on the push, then it's going to be offset. But that's his second one, and he'll be gone because he'll get one for kicking the ball.
Okay, so you're saying he would get one for kicking.
He gets one for kicking. Oh, they're going to call that.
I didn't see the push from Wilson.
Well, but see, that's a problem, though. He should get 2 because he kicked the ball first, and then they shoved each other. And he threw the flag for the kick of the ball. We're not getting the benefit there. That's a problem.
I'll be honest. I didn't see a push from him. I did see the kick.
Yeah.
The push I saw was from
McCray.
from a guy wearing blue.
I saw it both ways. So if that's what they call, that's what they call. I think that's wrong.
Good news is still a first down for your Wampus Cats.
Yeah. They get rid of it.
Wilson going to throw it low into the turf.
Kingston Jackson, number 77, taking his guy all the way down the field there. Nice job, Kingston. And the clock in here says 2:50. Again, I don't know if that's real or not. We need the clock to run, though, because we are at the 35-point mark.
Second and 10. They give it to Amari. Amari slicing through the middle.
Ooh, what a run. That's going to be close. Depends on exactly where they spot it because it was right at the line of the game. I think that's a first down. That looks like a first down.
Well, they're calling it 3rd and short.
Wow.
On the far side.
He's not going to get it. Wow. They didn't even measure that?
Ryan Blackwell making a hard tackle. Loss of about 2.
We will run it back. Going to let some play clock go away for a little bit.
The intensity has ramped up here in the final minutes.
Man, no kidding, no kidding. All right. Might look for Grayson here to run the ball.
Trying to get Marion to jump. They do hold.
Maybe taking a timeout here. Timeout. Yep.
Conway taking a timeout. We will take it too. Back in 30 seconds here on Conway Corp.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Back at John McConnell Stadium, interesting decision here for Conway.
4th and a long one. Maybe really it's actually 4th and 2 where they got the ball spotted. Not a lot of time left. You don't want to give them the ball right here in midfield, so you may want to punt them deep. Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Brings on Major Mahar, first punt attempt of the night. He's got 4 punts on the year for a 30-yard average.
They have nobody back.
Punt is away. Hits at around the 10, goes out inside the 10.
Yeah,
Great
Major.
punt from Major Mahar.
Senior spotlight comes into play again. Great job, Major.
I think that for sure that may be his best punt of the night, not in distance, but just in accuracy.
Yeah, it took a right-hand turn to the west. Bounced out at the 7 or the 8-yard line. It's a great punt there. Again, we don't know exactly how much time's left. It says 1:47. That could be right. It may not be right. But this seems to be the longest half in the history of high school football.
It's been a long one for sure. But if
Yeah.
things hold the way they are, it'll be a short one.
Short in the second, but we got to hold them here. That's the thing. We do have a lot of guys in backup roles that are out there all the way across from linebackers to secondary to defensive line.
Malloy back out for Marion. Looking to pass here.
Ooh.
Almost danger right there.
Yeah, our linebackers got pulled into that, and they just about slipped a long one there. That may have gone the distance. You had Camarion Williams back, and he was the last hope.
Cameron Riley, the intended target, just couldn't corral it in.
Watched him again, another one of the players last week that had a great game and can really move.
Second and 10. Malloy looking near side. Big hit here on the near side. Gavin Perry immediately.
Hello. My name is Gavin Perry. Nice to meet you, Rico.
You can see why they're trying to get him on the field.
Yeah, that's a stick there. He got his form tackle there, man. Nice. No gain. He caught it, but there was no gain. 3rd and 10.
Perry made the tackle. 3rd down, 10.
Conway showing a little pressure here.
You got to watch the little swing route. You got to watch Lewis.
Malloy forced up. Flag coming in right around the 20.
I don't know what that call is. Unless are they going to call that on Trez? They are. They're going to call a hold on Trez.
What do you think this is, Tim?
It's a hold on Trez. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. It's a hold on Trez.
Goodness.
Well, he's had some great moments tonight, but they've called him for several penalties.
It's 4 now.
Yeah.
Man. Well, 1st and 10.
Got to turn his feet, get his hands out of the game a little bit, or they're going to call it. They're just calling everything out there.
We think we're right at the minute mark here. Juju couldn't get contact. Malloy escapes another tackle.
Ball
Comes loose.
Oh, they got it. Golly.
Camarion Williams was right there.
I don't know. I thought they fell on it. Yeah, I think they got back on it.
That would have been the fourth fumble recovered tonight.
Instead, they fumbled it forward, and it's a first down. Flag on is there a flag on the play, or is that just hold? 52 seconds is what you're saying? Okay.
Andy Hawkins said 52 seconds left.
Start the clock. Zion getting back in there. Yeah,
Zion putting Malloy in the turf. Big play from Zion Williams.
Yeah, got him in the spin cycle there. There was no getting out of Zion Williams. That was a great sack, and that puts them way behind the sticks. I think they call it timeout. Timeout Marion.
Timeout Marion. We'll take it too. Zion Williams pumped up. Final seconds coming up next here on Conway Corp.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider that's deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family take care of yours.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium.
Stats in rare form tonight.
Stats cracking us up here in the booth. And big lead for your Wampus Cats. Huge play after big tackle for a loss for Zion Williams.
Yeah, they gave him forward progress to the 20. Zion rolled him back for another about 10 yards, but they gave him forward progress, so it's 2nd and 20.
We know for sure we're under a minute to play here. And again, J.P. Saxton and Kanate meeting up at Malloy.
Yeah, that he didn't get a chance to do anything but just kind of say hello to our defensive lineman and linebacker. That was spectacular.
And Marion calling another timeout.
I have no idea how many they have left because the scoreboard's not functioning.
Not sure as well. If our scoreboard's accurate, then I think they're down to one.
One more.
We'll go ahead and keep it here, but I'm a little surprised you just take your lumps here and go into the half.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the thinking probably is if somehow we get loose and get long and score a touchdown, it keeps the mercy rule out to start the second half. You got about 18 seconds left to do that. It looks like if the little side clock is right. So I guess that's the only reason why you do it. I mean, other than that, I would just take it to the house. I mean, your quarterback's taken 2 major hits here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, coming up at the half, we'll of course have Conway Cheer, Conway Dance, Conway Band. We'll also have the Punt for a Scholarship as well. So a lot of great things to show you here at halftime, and that's coming up pretty soon.
Playing a little center field zone here.
Boy, gets the pass out to Lewis out on the far side. Man, oh man, he almost escaped, but
not quite.
Stopped short of the first down marker. I guess that's going to be the final timeout for Marion. It's going to bring up 4th and short.
Okay.
Again, we'll just keep it here.
Well, that's what they've got to be playing for, and I don't blame them, by the way. I think you got timeouts, you might as well use them, unless the only problem was the last back-to-back plays, your quarterback just got absolutely abused in the backfield. But you're still, 65 yards away from a score, and you've got one play basically to get that done. And if you do, you don't start the second half in the sportsmanship rule. So that's the reason why they're doing it. Again, for that angle, I don't blame them. We're going to play some serious. You thought center field last time. It's Jacoby's going to be back at the Cat. Maybe. He's on the last ear of the Cat.
4th and 4, final 5 seconds here in the first half. Malloy stepping up over the middle. Early contact coming from J.P. Saxton, and it does draw the flag.
It's just, wow. Well, one of our Tim's three things is not playing out the way I'd hoped.
Well, 2 out of 3 is not bad.
2 out of 3 is not bad, but my goodness, they are there's.
It will be a first down, and I guess we'll have an untimed play here.
Untimed down.
You were saying during the break that you recognize this white hat judge as a. I've seen him on the basketball court.
Good basketball official, and it's the first time I've seen him in the football field. Not saying that it's not. I'm betting it's not his first one. He's a good basketball official.
That will move the ball to the 50. An untimed down here for Marion. High snap to Malloy. No damage to be done here. Conway going to take a 42-7 lead into the locker here at the half, up big over Marion. The Conway Regional Health System halftime show coming up next here on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for more than 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. Our board-certified interventional cardiologists, specialized team, and innovative cardiovascular technology are here to provide the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing a heart emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
Back live here at halftime. Oh man. Oh man, we were trying to get back in time to show the punt for scholarship.
She almost got it there.
Man, she almost did. Who was that?
I don't know. I didn't see the
Oh, look
number.
at her on the sideline.
Oh, that's Megan Wilson. Megan Wilson, who's got, and the reason why she didn't get it there, she tore her ACL. She did that with a torn ACL. Nice.
Is that why she was kicking with her left leg?
I guess so. What a talented person it is. Megan Wilson.
Almost got it,
Yeah.
man. Almost. Good try, Megan. Wow. All right. The Conway Regional Health System halftime show. We've got Conway Cheer, Conway Dance, and, of course, the Conway Band coming up. We'll have all that here for you at halftime, 42-7. Wampus Cats with the lead over Marion. Tim Roach, it was a very long first half.
Yeah, a lot of different things going on. There's a lot to unpack there in the first half. You had 3 defensive scores. You had all kinds of stuff happening. It was.
All right, Conway Cheer. Let's see him. Conway Cheer.
Wow.
Man, oh man.
That the last little flip there was. You got to be athletes to do that.
It had me a little concerned.
I was a little
worried.
honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little worried. Good job.
Conway Dance now coming out on the field. And if I'm remembering right, this is where you have a relative.
A little misbehaviory. Avery.
Replay stinger into the Conway
Nice.
Dance. Okay. Getting fancy out here.
I think you're Justin.
I like it.
There's Avery, front and center.
It's like they knew. All right. Here we go. Conway Dance. All right.
Nice.
Conway Dance. All right. Now, as the band gets set, we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here, but we promise we will be back on air as soon as the band is ready to perform. It just takes them a little bit longer to get set up. So we're going to go ahead and take a break here. We'll be back with the band next here on the Conway Regional Health System Halftime Show.
My name is Dr. Austin Cole. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine. So what motivated me to return to Conway is that I grew up here. I actually played football here at Conway High, and I do have family in medicine. That was a lot of my impetus to become an orthopedic surgeon and in sports medicine. I always had in my mind that I wanted to bring what I learned and that expertise back to this area and then just care for the city that I love so much. All these providers at Conway Regional Health System are in it for the right reasons. They genuinely care about patient health, and so I don't think you can get that in many other places.
You know, esports has become big business in the world of gaming.
So much so, most schools have a team now.
That's right. We recently got to take a field trip to Conway High School and interview the Mario Kart esports team and their coach.
Hello, my name is Billy Tresman. I'm the captain here. I'm a senior.
I'm co-captain, Xander McCauley. I graduated with Bill this year too.
Oh, I'm Kobe, junior.
I'm Joshua Miller. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Jamison Fairchild, and I'm a junior.
All right, so we'll start with the most important question first. Which one of you is the best at Mario Kart? Really? Okay. See, I was not expecting that answer.
Well, that was
to be
unanimous. Yeah, I didn't expect it. We would have thought about that.
I know. I thought I was fixing to start a fight.
He's the best.
No, without a doubt.
All right.
Go to his regionals, man.
I grinded way more when it was released on the Wii U.
Another important question. What character do you play as? Do you always play as the same character?
We play different. I play Rosalina. That's my main character I like.
He got a lot of characters he got a set of. I just use one. I start off with Luigi to Pauline, and now it's just stuck.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Heading into work. I usually like to get here a little early, get my coffee, visit with a few other early birds, and we roll into the office, see what we got on the agenda for today. It's definitely going to be a good day to serve the customers at Conway. Hey, we made it out to our job this morning. We're doing a water tap for some customers. Fixing to be building a new house. A couple of the finest workers Conway Corp got. We got the copper set. We're letting it flush out now. They got some good pressure down here. We were able to accomplish our task this morning. Finished product looks something like that.
Hi, I'm Cody Miller. I'm the Chief Plant Operator for Conway Corp's wastewater plants, and this is how I work. A typical day at work for me is coming into a plant that's already running. Our wastewater plants run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Holidays, they're already running, and they will be running when I leave it. So when I come in, we're picking up where the night shift guys left off. We're seeing what needs to be done through the day to make sure that we continue treating water like we need to keep the people downstream safe and take care of the water that's been used by the city. Prior to my current job position, I worked for 5 years as plant maintenance. The senior plant maintenance worker, Ricky Frazier, taught me a lot about the way the plant works, the way that things come together, and what it takes in all the moving parts to keep things going. And what I learned under him was able to get me to where I am today, to where I can see a situation and see the different ways we can go about fixing it and solving problems when they arise. One of the biggest challenges with the wastewater plant is it is a 24/7 job, so we have to make sure that the scheduling is staffed all the way through. We have to make sure people are available if someone gets sick. We have to make sure that if weather's coming, if there's something that we need to do to prepare for a storm coming or anything like that, that it's done beforehand. We've got more than one pump in most situations, or more than one piece of equipment, so we always try and make sure through preventative maintenance that everything is ready to go in case we need it. And we have to be able to adapt if something breaks or if something changes to where we can put something else in and get back online and continue treating what we need to do. I would say Conway Corp's unique to me because it is a community that kind of covers everything. Out at the wastewater plant, we use water that's produced and treated at the water plant. We get our water that's coming in, our sanitary sewer comes from a distribution and collection system that's ran by Conway Corp. We use the power that's brought to us by Conway Corp's electric department. We use the internet and the data from Conway Corp's cable department. So we essentially are a plant ran by Conway Corp, doing our own thing separately, but we're still a part of something bigger. A favorite part of my job to me is water is a precious resource, and we're able to take as much of that as we can and put it right back into the water cycle. We keep the water from all the processes that we use, and we're treating it to a quality to where when it goes back into the river, we're leaving a safe water re-entering the water cycle. And the sludge that we collect is land applied as fertilizer for hay farmers nearby. So the only parts that we actually get rid of from our whole wastewater treatment process are trash and inorganic materials that probably didn't belong there in the first place. A typical day off for me, I'd probably be doing something outside, whether it's hunting, fishing, taking care of some yard work. I'd be doing something outside. If I'm not doing that, I'd be hanging out with my son, spending some time with him, watching him grow. He's a little guy right now. He's a lot of fun. Advice I would give to somebody starting out in the wastewater department would be flexible. We've got a lot of different things that goes on. There's a lot of different changes in what we're doing. Plus, as Conway grows, our flow changes, we change, our shifts will change. So you just have to have the ability to kind of go with it and be flexible on what you expect when you're coming in day to day. Reliability is really important to us. We make sure that we're reliable through keeping a generator on site in case we ever lose power, making sure we have plans for any disasters or emergency, and we constantly check what we're putting out into the river through our effluent sampler and our lab that checks it daily. And we make sure that we're meeting everything we need to ensure the safety of anybody downstream from us. And that helps us take care of the community that we serve. So Conway Corp allows the community to kind of get involved in what we do too. We've been able to have some plant tours recently, just yesterday.
All right, cutting back in live as your Conway band taking the field now. And we will have the whole halftime performance here for you live on Conway Corp. We'll go ahead and turn it over to the Conway High School Band.
As well as student soloist Aubrey Michaels, Claire Sledge, Sarah Reynolds, Caleb Hunt, Max Show, and Micaiah Kirkwood. We invite you to enjoy this portion of the band's 2024 show, Regrowth.
I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Dr. Austin Cole. Dr. Cole is with us at halftime. Now, we're spending some time in the studio prior to the game, so whatever happened in the first half, we'll assume it went well for us, for the Wampus Cats, which I want to begin there. You're a Wampus Cat?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell me
proud
about
to
that.
say so.
What year? Can you
Graduated
say that?
here. Yeah, 2010.
Okay. I didn't want to ask how old you were, but now
yeah,
people are doing the
puts a
math.
little age on me, right?
All right, 2010.
So 14 years ago,
Yeah.
absolutely. Graduated here, Coach Ascraft's first year.
Yes.
Played football, so absolutely. Yeah, that was a big thing bringing me back and being a part of that again.
That means I probably broadcast your games.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well.
I remember that was the day we didn't have it live, so I was watching it on Saturday morning to see how well I did.
Yeah.
See what I was going to get chewed out on.
Well,
Yep.
good to see you. No chewing out here, but congratulations, man. Your
Hey,
journey has been
thanks.
pretty amazing. So
Absolutely.
from here to the Midwest, some stops there, and now back to Cosmic. Take us through that journey.
That's right, absolutely. So my journey, born in Arkansas, raised here, did, of course, high school in Conway, medical school here as well at Little Rock, and then undergrad up at U of A. But then decided to get out and kind of get some experience somewhere else and learn some things that could bring back to the area. That was the big goal. So South Carolina for 5 years at a pretty well-known institution there, Prisma Health, Stedman Hawkins, with sports training, spent time with Clemson Athletics and the football team kind of at its peak, I guess you'd say. And then this last year I was in Kansas City for a year working with a group that takes care of the Kansas City Chiefs and Royals and KU. Whole goal, once again, just kind of get a lot of sports experience and management of the athlete and bring it back. Yeah.
And so that's what's happening here now already. And so how does that look day to day for you?
Absolutely. So obviously I've got my clinic where I see patients, and from not only the athlete to the older individual who may need some treatment, for whatever knee, hip, shoulder, ankle. But for me, in the sports realm, it's a lot of on-field kind of coverage and being involved in the community, as well as communication with our trainers. So Conway Regional supplies trainers to multiple different high schools in the area and colleges. And so every day I'm getting text on trying to work, athletes in and just trying to get them better in an efficient manner. And most of the time it's not surgery. It's a lot of things we can just do to prevent injuries and get them back quick.
So you mentioned the knowledge that you have from South Carolina and from Kansas City, bringing it back here. Why? You could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Why back to Conway?
Absolutely. Yeah, my wife and I looked at some different options and did very much consider those, but there's just nothing like the community, I think, here in Central Arkansas and especially the Conway area. And so we've lived in all these other places and we never felt that, where you're going to see people that you know or grew up with, around town, and the patients that you treat. But the sense of, once again, community vibe, it's still its own little area in town. And I think that there's a need in that area more than some of those other big cities. They already have it. So.
Well, and hopefully in a city like ours, with the initiative with the trails that you just see everywhere, we're all trying to be more active. Well, for those of us who are trying to be active that aren't necessarily athletic, sometimes injuries occur that are not on a field.
You got it.
We're just on Tucker Creek Trail and something happens. How can people prevent some of those type injuries?
Sure, that's a great question. And it sounds pretty silly, but the easiest way is stretching and being ready to get into your activity. And so I would say 90% of what we see injury-wise is because people aren't just stretching, warming up, and truly kind of just getting their muscles ready to go, and so then they're not ready to support themselves, and that's how they injure themselves. That's why you see the football players out there, twisting their ankles around, doing funny high knees, all that. And there's studies behind that showing that makes a difference.
Obviously passionate about sports. At what point did you think, okay, this is the path I want to go to be in sports as a career?
Yeah, so being an athlete myself, that was some of it. My dad is a physician here at OBGYN, and so I grew up seeing some of the medical field. And I saw both of those kind of come together. I was spending some time with Tom Roberts, one of my mentors here in the area, and then spending time with the sidelines and in the operating room and seeing how you can rebuild someone's knee or hip or shoulder, and that gratifying difference it makes in the OR, but especially in their life. I wanted to be a part of that. So.
Well, we're glad you're here, man. Here and here, the collective here. So thanks for coming back to Conway and bringing that with you.
Absolutely. Super excited to be here.
Thank you, Dr. Cole. Appreciate it.
Oh, gotta bring that crowd mic down a little bit. I forgot we had it up for the band, of course. But quickly, looking at the first half stats here, about a minute away from the start of the second half, and it's been I mean, really, the only score for Marion was on the interception return for a touchdown. Really no offense to speak of since then. It's been all Conway, and Conway having to do it more in the air tonight than they've had to do so far.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at the 82 yards, total yards for Marion. That's not a lot at all. Done really well passing the ball, to your point, 229 yards. We haven't rushed the ball that well, but we've made up for it with turnovers.
Yes, finally.
One was a short field from the 3-yard line, and the other two actually were scooping scores from Griffin Sherrod and Trez Hammond. So we've done it kind of a mixed bag here.
We came into the game -2 on the year in turnover differential.
And right?
We should be, right?
Yeah,
so we were -3 after the interception, and then we got 3 fumbles. So we're even.
I did the math right there before you did.
I'm just checking.
So
that's all.
Here's some good news for your Wampus Cats. So we did not play an error-free game. We had a pick six.
Still a lot of penalties.
Lots of penalties, all that stuff. But your defense did not give up a score in the first half. Offensively, you did some good things, throwing the ball and then kind of mixing in some runs there. And then your defense is finally getting on the board. A couple of touchdowns and three turnovers. So lots of good stuff.
2 consecutive defensive
scooping scores
for a touchdown, man.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
And here's the other good news. This is a running clock in the second half. Now, assuming that the clock runs, and I mean that.
What was you kind of got some of the story on that? Is it fixed?
Yeah,
okay.
We think it's fixed. They've got 12 minutes, but I believe they got it fixed. But it will be a running clock here in the second half for your Wampus Cats.
Hey, new kicker out there for Conway. He's wearing number 7. Jalen Smith doing some damage, getting around the corner here on the near side, out past the 30, and Marion will start this drive close to the 33.
Yeah, he's dangerous at all times. I don't see them backing off of their starters at all. We will have some reserves in. Looks like we'd have quite a few, to be exact. We have Gavin Perry and Kamarion Williams are out there as the safeties. Looks like R.J. Chapman's still out there. We have some defensive line guys. Sherrod's still out there. MJ's out there. Joe Washington's out there.
Kyle
Allen. JJ.
Here at corner on the near side. Kellen Johnson starting at corner on the other end as we start the second half. Walker back in at quarterback for Marion. Smith chased down by Chapman.
That's a great tackle by R.J. Chapman. Man, wow, what a good, solid man-on-man tackle. They have their did you mention they have their quarterback is back in the game now. Walker, who started the game, is now playing quarterback.
Malloy, last 3 possessions for Marion was out on the field.
Yep.
Malloy, the backup quarterback. Walker looking over the middle.
Ooh, Joseph.
Oh. I was looking at 10. Didn't even see that 92 got a.
Oh, Joseph almost had himself a pick there. That'll hurt tomorrow.
Joe Washington's like, I'm trying to get us to the positive on the turnover differential.
That's a great play. Good hands there. Good hands. All right, brings up 3rd and long for Marion.
Marion 2 for 7 on 3rd downs this evening.
They still have their starters in.
Smith out of the backfield.
Yeah, going to get us for offsides. I think both Zion and Kanate.
You know who I don't see out there for Marion is Carius Kern.
Yeah, he's not out there. They've got number 72. That's the sophomore they got. They've got a big guy out there. His name is
Jarrett Selvey.
Yeah,
sophomore.
Yeah, and I've seen him. He's a big dude. That's a sophomore right there. That's a big dude.
3rd and 4 after the penalty. Handoff to Smith. He's going to get a first down.
Face mask. We're going to get away with one there. He did grab the face mask a bit, but he did get the first down.
First down, Marion.
Again, the clock's going to continue to run even though he went out of bounds. Major James in the ballgame now. 52. Oops.
Walker can't control the snap, just going to fall on it back near the 32.
Yeah, I think that was a bad snap there, I think.
Yeah, it was to his left.
Yeah, kind of not directionally placed. Big loss there. That's a loss of about 11. Second and about 21. Caleb Kern in the ball game. Justice Hills at tackles. Those are your tackles. Major James on one side and Zion Williams on the other.
Second and 21, handoff to Smith. Ball comes loose. Conway finally falling on it. It will be Conway football. There is a flag back near the 35.
I'm guessing that's a hold. I'm hoping that's not a face mask. We'll see.
Ball was knocked out by Stefan Wade.
Andy Hawkins
They're stopping the clock.
said it was knocked loose by Stephon Wade.
They're going to decline. It's against Marion, so that's another turn we did get the
Fourth
plus.
fumble recovered of the night by your Wampus Cats, and they're in the plus on the turnover differential.
You spoke it into existence. Way to go, Levi. All right, so the clock does stop while they change possessions, and then it'll start running again.
And we'll get our first look tonight at junior quarterback Wesley Tapp.
6'5", 6'6"?
6'6" is what we have listed.
That's a tall quarterback. You got Kobe Irwin back in the backfield as well. Collum is out wide as well. McJoy down here low, 22. C.J. Neely, who's got a touchdown tonight, he's in the slot.
It's like Zach Dupins, a junior, in at guard. Navin Richardson in at center. A handoff to Kobe Irwin. Kobe falls forward for a nice gain on first down.
There's your downhill runner there. Trying to see who that is. It's Kobe Crow out. I mean, Carter Crow. Kobe would be his dad, who's not playing tonight. That's Carter out there.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Blitz.
Give it to Kobe. Kobe made a little stutter step to his left. Got a first down, but a flag coming in.
That's in the area of holding or face mask, one of the two. Let's see what they call.
It will be a face mask.
It was one of the two, and it was the better of the two.
Well, the way Kobe came up, he was grabbing his face mask, so it made me think that might be the case.
Yeah, nice. Well, good downhill running by Kobe. And again, they're trying to fill the gaps with the run blitz. And when you get it right, you're going to get us in the backfield. You miss, it could go a long way. So because you're immediately at the next level.
First and goal from the 4. Kobe right up the middle, pushing forward.
Got to about the
It'll
1.
Be just short at the 1.
Yeah, good hard run by Kobe. This is a guy that got injured, Central game last year?
Yes.
Seems like it was a Central game. Yeah, tore his ACL, and he is, he's been running with the band. They were hoping, I think the hope was that he'd get in mid-season or so and finally get some impact, and he's played every game and runs real hard.
Tap, passing.
Oh, McJoy.
Just in and out of the hands of McJoy.
Got there in a hurry. McJoy should catch that one, and he will. This guy, again, he caught a touchdown in the scrimmage against Morrilton. Looks really good in running his routes. He'll get better as it goes. A good throw that time. He'll make the catch.
Instead, it'll be 3rd down. The ball, I thought we were at the 1, but actually spotted at the 2.
At the 2? Okay. Well. All right, this should be Kobe Irwin here.
Elijah Collum in at H-back. Give it to Kobe. Contact right at the line.
I mean, he's putting it down at the 2-inch line. This should be let's see if how Tapp does on the quarterback sneak. That's how close this is. Hard to tell from my view, but it looks like the nose of the ball is just inches off of the goal line.
Tapp will go under center. Pushing forward. Still no call.
They're going to stop him short.
Well, no, the near side judge calling touchdown.
Okay, touchdown.
So touchdown, Wesley Tapp.
Let's see how long it takes coaching. There he is. He's on the 20. Good short drive, but a good drive by a Tapp-led offense. Very nice. A lot of Kobe Irwin there.
Conway working some clock here in the third quarter. Kick is good, 49-7. Conway extends the lead here in the third quarter. Back in 30 here on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Conway offense doing its job, running some clock, and
yes, sir.
On 4th and 1, Wesley Tapp punching it in.
That big 6'6" frame leaning into the pile, and again at high school level, you can at college. I think you can do it at college, and I know you can at pro. You can shove from behind. You cannot do that in high school ball. That's a penalty, and so it's on the quarterback and the offensive line to get that done right at the point of engagement, and they were able to get that done. He slid in on the side. Now, and I don't know who this kicker is. I've got to figure out who this is.
Yeah, so
it's not Trez.
I'm guessing that it might be Luke Myers.
Luke Myers, maybe.
He was out. He was wearing number 89 in his warm-up shirt.
I think you're right.
But he's got 7 on now.
I think you're right. It looks like the same guy. He's the same build.
We're thinking it's sophomore Luke Myers. Ball taken at the 15. Coming back near side.
Rico.
Gavin Perry making the tackle near the 35.
Good tackle on Rico there.
Rico. I'm having a hard time with that number for some reason.
He was sizing it. Gavin Perry was sizing him up from the side. You could see it coming. Great tackle in the open field by Gavin Perry. All right. Trying to make sure we got enough. We have enough or too much defensive players out there. Trying to see as well. We've got a new safety here to our closest side, and that is number 28.
Ulysses Davis.
Ulysses Davis. Okay.
Sophomore.
All right.
Some of these guys may have been playing on Monday. JV team traveled to Bryant, and
wow, did they lay a whooping.
It was something.
Yeah, they laid a whooping on
Stephon Way with the tackle and Whit Williams too.
The story was that it was at halftime. It was 45-0 Conway at Bryant in the JV game, and I don't care what game it is. If you're playing Bryant, you want to win. Doesn't matter. And that is a great score. They ended up winning, I think, 45-9.
Speaking of Bryant, last I saw, huge game between them and Parkview.
It was at Parkview, right?
Yeah, and Bryant up 30-10 in the third quarter.
Ooh.
Malloy running hard right at Davis. Big gain for Malloy.
Yeah, he slipped a tackle. Looked like Kanate almost got him. And but this dude can run the ball. I mean, he lit it up against Harding Academy last week. Sophomore quarterback. Haven't seen him throw much. He tried a few passes late in the first half, but boy, he's a good, solid runner. Very decisive.
1st and 10 from the 33. Been a while since Marion's been on the other side of the field.
Whit Williams out there getting him out to the side. Gain of about 2. Our clock says 4:02, 4:01, but it's really 3:18 left in the third quarter and running.
Malloy looking over the middle on the slant, incomplete.
Yeah, I thought it looked to me, and maybe he didn't, but it looked like to me that Parker got his hand, number 39, got his hand up and caused that to be redirected a little bit. got a good battle going on here on this end with Major James and number 72, Jarrett Selvey. Good battle going on down here in the trenches.
3rd and 8. Lloyd running it himself. Going to be hit behind the line. Cameron Parker. Was that Parker?
No, I thought it was Wade.
It was Wade, sorry.
Yeah.
Stephon Wade.
Yeah, Stephon Wade with a big, good tackle of a really good running quarterback in the backfield. Brings up 4th and 12. Nicely done. That was a sure tackle, and that guy's hard to bring down. All right, the guys up front going to have to get it done. You've got to expect them to at least have a pass run option here with Malloy.
Malloy going deep. Throw out of bounds. It'll be turnover on downs for Marion.
Nicely done by your defense. They gave up a little ground in the middle part of the field, got from the 35 to basically the 35, and that was all she wrote. Good job by your defense. And that was their ones against our twos and some of our other reserves. Well done. Clock stops on the change of possession, and it'll start running here as soon as they get ready to line up, and there it goes.
Ronnie Navarro in at left guard. He was in on the last possession too, and 63 at left tackle is, I think that's Langston Ligon.
And down here low, it looks like Jeremiah Carey, number 80, is also in the ballgame.
Kobe Irwin breaking through.
Nice run, Kobe. Oh, and the official took a hit. Oh, hope he gets okay. He gets up. Nice. Boy, I'll tell you, I've got a buddy of mine, Michael Hannon, who plays umpire, and it's in the middle of the field, right behind the linebackers.
Watch out, man.
Dude, yeah, I mean, it is. Listen, that's a tough.
Well, especially
place.
at this level.
Yeah, boy, why are they bringing it back so far? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Is that still a first down? Okay, all right. But, yeah, that's a tough spot. I wouldn't want to be there. He took a tumble. He's got up and good, though, it looks like.
First and 10. Tap. Finds Irwin. Great pass.
Yeah, and here's the thing about Kobe Irwin. It's what I love about Kobe Irwin. Number one is he's a downhill runner. He just hits the gap and tries to get as much as he can. He's a good, tough runner, but he catches the ball really well out of the backfield. He was doing that last year before he got hurt. And he was doing it with the ones. He was varsity with that. And you got to like him out of the backfield catching the ball. Nice little wheel route there.
2nd and 5. Give it to Kobe. A lot of space here on the right side. Ball comes out, though. Off the hit, Marion. Scooping it up. Yeah, blocking the back here on the near side.
That's going to save
Jackson Magee.
Yeah, that's going to save the touchdown. It's too bad there. Right, the ball came out right before he hit the ground. But a block in the back on the return. Just about going to be the only scores for the game for them at defensive touchdowns. Kobe's down here on the sidelines having to do ups and downs for the fumble.
Well, what a job by Jackson. Just trying to chase that thing down and getting rewarded.
Oh, yeah.
With the penalty call.
Great hustle play. Great hustle play.
That's going to do it for the third quarter. Yeah, Marion
I think it is. What's he arguing about now?
Okay. Conway coming off the field now, too. All right, final quarter coming up next here on Conway Corp.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
Final quarter coming up here on Conway Corp. Final non-conference game for your Wampus Cats. They will exit this part of the schedule 3-0 heading into the bye week.
Yeah, and I will tell you, I mean, the conversations in the early part of the season or before the season, it was, man, that the offense has got to really come together. And they've shown some signs that they've got some struggles and some things that they've got to do, but it's been very limited, to be honest. Tonight they didn't run the ball great, and I know Buck James wants to see that happen, so we'll have to get that fixed, but throwing the ball well, and the defense has played outstanding.
1st and 10 from the 21. Major James chasing down Malloy from behind.
Yes, sir. That is how you do that. So that's that backside pressure from our ends, and Major James did it there. Great hustle play, and again, Malloy is not an easy guy to bring down, and he loses one on the play. Nice job, Major.
Major, sophomore, defensive end. He's been in that rotation a lot the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and he came up and played in the playoffs as a 9th grader. He and
Cambrian Blackman.
Cambrian Blackman.
Loss of 1 makes it 2nd and 11. Rico Ward in the backfield with Malloy.
That's an interesting.
High snap count came in early.
There was a whole lot of stuff going on with that one there.
Well, just to give you a little update, Trey Harris went down with injury in the second quarter, stayed on the bench for pretty much the whole rest of that first half. I did see him standing out on the sideline. Still had his uniform on, but obviously we didn't expect to see him again. But good to see him standing up, and big hit on Malloy. Buchanan? Kai Buchanan?
Kai Buchanan.
Yes.
Yeah. He's your deep snapper in special teams, but getting a chance to play there, and that's nice.
Wearing that Sam Seifert number. Yes. How is Sam?
Sam is doing great. He's his freshman at UCA, and he's everything in terms of his leg. He got injured in September of last year, so it was a year ago, probably tonight, thereabouts, and got through surgeries, multiple surgeries, and doing well. He's a good kid.
Great to hear that. Kai Buchanan took over the 96, and
yeah, good for him.
Sam Seifert's honor. Yeah. Malloy trying to get around the edge. Another big hit by Buchanan. Ball came loose.
Is it another one? I think it is.
5 fumbles recovered tonight for Conway.
We got it. Major James.
Major James after the hit from Buchanan.
Buchanan, 2 back-to-back hits, and then Major James jumps on it. That is fumble recovery number 5.
I think we're going to get a chance to see the replay here in a second, but
wow, that was a big hit.
Kai Buchanan, 2 big hits in a row.
Parker turned him upfield, had he turned him back into the pressure, and boy, I mean, he came right into him. So you see him turn him back up, and then bam. Yeah, Buchanan, and there's Major James. You betcha.
Belly flopped on it. I like it.
You betcha.
Conway taking over at the 29. Low snap. Tap was able to control it. Got the handoff to Irwin.
I'll give this for Marion. They're flying into the line of scrimmage. They are putting some pressure on the Wampus Cats up front.
Gain of 2 makes it 2nd and 8. Who's that here on the near side at receiver? That's Camarion Kidd.
Is it number 81? 81.
Yeah, Camarion, a senior. Tap. Setting up the screen to Irwin.
Good
Irwin
block.
cuts upfield. Close to the first down marker. There is a flag.
What is that? If they're going to call Kingston Jackson for a hold there, I disagree completely. I mean, that's the difference. Yeah. They're calling it. There's, Trey is walking on the sidelines. He's in tennis shoes, it looks like. Got his ankle wrapped.
Left ankle.
The good news is your Wampus Cats are off next week.
Yes.
So we got some extra time to get some healing, get some bruises healed, and some turned ankles. We think that's what that is. Healed up.
2nd and 16 after the penalties marked off.
See, I thought that was a good block by Kingston. I hate that. Letting the clock run down a little bit.
Under 8 minutes to play now. Tap will give to Irwin. Irwin making a nice move. Back up the middle. Gets most of it back. Going to just be just shy of the first down.
Really nice run. I mean, that is straight up the gut. Good block by your offensive line. Found the seam, and again, they're coming hard. They're doing some run blitzing, and they know we're going to run it, but they're missing. And the open space is just enough for Kobe Irwin.
3rd and 1. Play clock down to 5.
May not get this one off. Yeah, it's motion. Yeah, that looked a little disjointed there. We have another player in that we haven't called yet. Billy Simpson is it Gavin Garrison or Billy Simpson? It's an 83. So I don't know which one it's going to be. So we apologize to somebody, but it's either Gavin Garrison or Billy Simpson's number 83 down here low. And I think he just came off the field.
Going to be 3rd and 6 now after the penalty.
Double stacked on the near side. Yeah. Screen pass.
Tap plants his feet, looking over the middle. Just led him a little too far, incomplete.
Yeah, he had him open. Just air melded a bit. Kobe Irwin is not happy with the fact that they're going to have to punt.
And we will see who we believe is Luke Myers on to punt as well.
We think we got a lot of asking for forgiveness on names tonight if we get it wrong.
Well, some of it on us, some of it not on us. We'll all work together, figure it out. A lot of double numbers.
Yeah,
so
there are. So looks like Seth Talent in the ball game as well now.
Seth, of course, the brother of Ryan Talent, the linebacker last year.
Nicely done there.
Some new players on the defensive line coming out for Conway. 54, it's either Preston Shreves or Trey McBride. Lawrence Wagner, the sophomore, out on the defensive line. This is a guy that they're excited about and think he's going to be a good player for years to come.
Cam Sims out there.
Yeah, man, Cam Sims, like to see him out there too.
You bet. Kyan Allen out there.
Bryson Wilson, a sophomore, in at safety now. 5:30 to play in the game. Malloy gives the pitch. That was Cameron Riley. About a gain of maybe 2.
Trying to see who that is that gets up out of the pile. It looks like number 38.
It is.
That's Seth Talent, yeah. Good tackle. Wrote him out. A little quick pitch there. That goes as a pass completion.
Malloy on 2nd down completes the pass to Riley. Another short gain.
Good throw there. Good route, but Talent had it kind of covered up there. Minimal gain.
Clock continuing to run, of course, here in the second half. Sportsmanship rule was enacted from the start. It was 42-7 going into halftime.
Still no offensive scores for the Marion Patriots, just the fumble or the pick 6 to start the scoring in the ball game.
Malloy faked the pitch, got the pass out on the far side. Going to be enough for a first down. Ball marked down at the 42.
Looks like Tony Holloman coming in, number 57, replacing Cam Sims.
Under 4 minutes to play. See some parents in the stands getting excited to see their guys out on the field.
Absolutely, man.
Love it. Malloy, man,
he's tough.
He is much faster than you think he's going to be around that edge.
He's, I mean, this guy here. He's a gamer. 12 is. Just a sophomore. Good looking sophomore quarterback.
Final tonight between Benton and North Little Rock. Benton winning big, 42-13. I believe that drops North Little Rock to 0-3.
Yeah.
Malloy intercepted. Back in the near side, past the 45. Bryson Williams, first interception of the year for this Conway defense.
Goes to Bryson Williams. Nice. Get gang tackled on the sidelines. Watch this.
Sophomore.
Boom. Nice.
Reading those eyes, man. He was on that
I'll tell you
from the start.
If 14 doesn't make the tackle there, it's a pick 6. Nicely done, Bryson.
5 takeaways tonight for your Conway defense?
I thought it was 6. I thought is it 5?
Did we get to 5 fumbles, or
I
were
thought we got
just
to
at
5
4?
fumbles.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's too many to count.
I don't know. I lost count. What do I know? Stats? What is it? 5 total? 5?
Oh, so it is 6. You're right.
It's 6.
Goodness.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I talked about it when I got here today in the booth. I said you're gonna see a lot of turnovers.
Marcus Cox in at running back. 238s. Of course, we believe Seth Talon is playing linebacker.
Yeah, I think he plays defense. I'm pretty sure he does. Also out there, number 84 on offense, Jaden Ho. I think we only have 184, so Jaden Ho out there at slot. Offsides. You got to call. Oh, and he's a player with a flag.
Just hit him in the head.
Yeah,
wow.
just throw it at him. And we're doing push-ups out there. That's.
Did he think it was on him?
It was on him. 21.
Oh, okay.
For them,
yeah.
the Patriots guy. He was out there.
I thought it was on us.
Yeah, no,
just because the way the flag was thrown.
He was doing push-ups out there in the middle of the field. Good looking shot of West Tapp there. Big gun.
I heard he played well in that JV game at Bryant.
You're gonna this guy here is a player. Really good athlete, good family.
2nd and 3 after the penalty. Tapp will hand it off.
Cut. Good block. 72 on offense is Zach Dupins. A good block downfield. Zach, he was riding this guy pretty deep there. That's nice. But that was a good cut. Now you got a new running back in there.
That's Braylon Harris, we believe.
Okay. All right, here we go. Just hand him. He said, just give me the ball.
Flashing the speed. I like it. Give him the ball.
Absolutely. Maybe one more play. Let's see. Yeah, I got to get one more play.
Yeah, we'll have to get one more.
Might take a knee here. I don't know.
I say give it to Braylon.
Yeah, I like that run there. 82. Who's 82? Blake Crossman. Blake Crossman, sophomore, coming in near side.
Give it to Braylon on first down. Didn't get quite as much there. That is going to do it here tonight for your Conway Wampus Cats. 49-7. Conway taking the win in the first ever matchup with Marion. And Conway heads into the bye undefeated.
Beautiful. You got to love to see it. Get a week off. Try to get healthy and get ready for 7A Central play. We start with Little Rock South at Southwest.
We'll have full game highlights, the final stats, and our player of the game coming up after this break on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for more than 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. Our board-certified interventional cardiologists, specialized team, and innovative cardiovascular technology are here to provide the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing a heart emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider that's deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family take care of yours.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium, a big night for your Wampus Cats, 49-7, getting the win over Marion. Both teams came into tonight undefeated. Conway, of course, started the season at Jonesboro and played host to then-ranked number 4 Bentonville last week. Dominating performance from your Wampus Cats then, and another dominating performance tonight. Defense didn't give up any touchdowns, and they got 6 takeaways.
Yeah, and 2 touchdown scooping scores that make everything feel a little bit better. This is a good quality Marion team, and they're going to win a lot of ball games this year. They, to your point, 2-0 coming in. They leave 2-1, which is okay by me, but hope they have a safe trip home. They'll start 6A not the next, but the following week after a bye week, and they're gonna make some noise in the 6A East.
Stats, can you try and send those again? I didn't get the final stats. We're trying to get them up to old Justin. Okay, we'll go ahead and do our player of the game. Hey, there are a lot to choose from, especially defensively tonight, as there were 5 fumbles recovered for your Conway defense, and 2 of these were returned for a touchdown, including this one from our player of the game, Griffin Sherrod.
He had to go up against Kern all night long. It took a lot of lumps there, but a great tackle here by Noah Files, a scoop, and a thank you very much, and got JP to run along with him for a little while to help him celebrate. Great job. Griffin Sherrod, player of the game.
Love it for Griffin. All right, we're trying to get our stats, just not here. Let me take a picture of them, send them up to Justin. Stats, I believe you. I believe that you sent them, but they're just not getting out. I'm not getting them either, so I trust that Justin's not getting them too.
So again, next week we are off. We get a chance to take a break and heal up a little bit. We do have, to your point, you talked about it earlier, Trey Harris went out with after a nice catch, what looks to be like a turned ankle. Hopefully that's all it is. He was walking around on the sidelines during the second half. He didn't come back in the ball game, so we're hopeful that he'll return. That extra week will do nothing but help there. No other noticeable injuries during the game for the Wampus Cats, so hopefully that's just us getting healthy with Trey before we hit Southwest.
Your Centennial Bank final stats for tonight: your Wampus Cats just 90 yards rushing, which is down from what they had been averaging over 200 yards rushing a game coming into tonight, but that just wasn't really there tonight.
Didn't need it.
Passing game had to pick up the slack. I mean, your defense really picked up the slack, but 233 yards passing tonight for your Conway offense. And again, we mentioned it, the 6, count them 6, 5 fumbles recovered for this Conway defense. 2 of them returned for touchdowns. And then we had the interception, first interception of the year. Remind me.
It's Bryson Williams, number 27. Picked it off as they were driving and returned it back to almost the 50-yard line. He did a great job there.
So coming into tonight's game, no takeaways,
no.
And you get 6.
As I predicted. Great job by your defense, yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Our thanks to our whole crew, great crew. Some people doing some different jobs tonight even.
Yeah.
Even one
Shaking
Jeff
it up.
Matthews doing a different job tonight. Love that from him. You're going to see all their names come across here in the credits. Great job here in the whole non-conference. We've had a lot of new crew members doing new things, and we've been excited to bring all these games to you here on Conway Corp. It's going to be a long time before we're back home. 3 weeks until we return back to John McConnell Stadium on October 4th. That is with North Little Rock, I believe. Conway off next week on their bye, and then we'll be back in action the following Friday to open up 7A Central play at Little Rock Southwest. He's Tim. I'm Levi. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Go Cats.